Ah, shut.
Shut your whole mouth, Scott.
One time for posting a picture of a fat topless dude who didn't have a shirt on.
Like, it's
He was like, that's a titty. You know what I'm saying? You're banned for 7 days. That's it. I needed this anyway.
It's so good. Thanks for the break.
Yeah, for real. You know, like I was already hating that.
Episode on
Good, great, whatever. And then tell me having that energy was a conversation.
Yeah. So I probably shouldn't even push it. I should just see how it goes.
Yep.
That's what I do.
But Jess doing that, and then I gotta build sites for everything.
Yeah.
Ready to go. Technical difficulty.
Check.
Now we're good. Now we look like we should.
I think I'm okay.
I think I'm fine.
Yeah.
Check. Hello.
Yo.
Nice and bright
What up, folks?
And we changed up the lighting a bit.
Bright lights, big kitty.
Tesseract still looks ballooned out. But that's fine.
It's the effect of a dark hold, bro.
I mean, it looks about like it does on the screen.
Anyway, welcome to the show. I'm Scott.
Trey.
And I'm Phil.
Now you got me staring at the Tesseract.
Everyone
Guys,
stare into the Tesseract.
Right. Oh.
The Tesseract stares back.
Yes,
right.
it also stares into you.
No, try to understand. Try to understand. Try to understand. He's a magic man.
Oh, damn.
Oh, okay.
Today we're,
All right.
today
I
we're
see- I
talking
see where you're
about.
going there.
Today we're talking about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
That's good. That's good.
Then there was some madness in the multiverse.
It was mad.
Mhm.
It was very
Yeah.
mad.
So what have you guys been up to?
I have been trying to play through Resident Evil 7 on Madhouse.
Cool.
How far have you made it?
It is not fun.
No, it's not. It's not.
It
It's
is not
Where,
fun.
where are you
Doesn't sound
now?
like it.
The second floor.
Okay.
Yeah, so I made it past the car fight.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So now it's time to talk to Mama. Yes, Mama time. Okay. That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck. It's just gonna like it's not fun. It's not
you
fun
like
on
bees?
Madhouse, dude. Yeah. Ugh.
You like bees?
That bee bussy.
Bee bussy. Oh no.
Yeah.
You finished that game, right?
I think I got to the very end and didn't have time before we talked about it. So,
Okay.
Oh
yeah.
no, 7, not
7.
Village.
Yeah, because
7?
I remember
Yeah.
you played at my
No.
house one time.
No,
and
I
you played
never
for
finished
hours,
7.
boy. Oh yeah.
I never finished 7.
Man,
Yeah.
7's good.
7's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Levi got sucked into buying Village, or really, no. I think what happened is I've been talking to him about it a bunch, and then his girlfriend bought it for him because he kept talking about it and wouldn't actually buy it. You know? Or wife now. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so he got that and he liked it a bunch. And then he was like, "Well, I guess I gotta play 7." And I'm like, "Yes, you need to play 7. 7's
For
great."
you.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't like the way Village feels.
Like FPS?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like, I can't wait for this over-the-shoulder version because I'm really going to enjoy it then. He didn't
Yeah.
hate it, but he kept being like, I don't know, man, it's a little sluggish and it's a little like, and I see what he means.
Well,
It's
that's
not
a
Call of
weird one.
Duty.
Exactly.
It's not Doom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
People get in first person, they want to go fast.
Yeah, and Ethan's a slow, moldy bastard.
Yeah, true.
You gotta, you know.
Well, he's made a mold.
But
Yes, well, I mean,
We kept talking about it, and then these upgrades came out, and I was like, well, fuck it, I'll play on Madhouse. I never beat it on Madhouse, and dude, it just like I've had to retry. I tried the car fight so many times just trying to get through that shit.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he hits you with the car twice, you're dead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
And he's
he
coming
whips
for you,
that
boy.
thing around.
He does.
Man, come on! How you
Yeah.
driving a car like that in this little ass garage?
He's done it before.
Jesus, calm down, Jack. Listen here,
He don't
Jack.
give a fuck.
No, he-
That's
dude,
what-
Jack
that's
does
what-
No,
not.
that car's been in the family for a very long time.
God.
You know, welcome to the family, son.
That
Hey, you guys out there, let us know how these mics sound, because it's like I feel like
there's
they're
a volume
little
knob.
lur.
There's a volume knob. Nope. You got it. Nope.
You gotta work.
I had to take this to Michael's so that we can have multiple headphones. You should be 3.
Wow.
You should be, but you're 2. So.
Bear with us, guys.
Check. Okay, yeah, way better. Yeah.
How about you, Scott?
I'm fine.
You need a
I'm
bump?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, Scott's more likely to scream on us.
That's right.
Yeah, you're
I'm
right.
good. I get loud. Trust, I'm gonna get loud here soon.
I can hear
Uh-huh.
myself.
It's
I
Don't
know,
worry about
it's
it.
coming.
what's
Yeah,
up.
I mean,
Well, yeah.
I did that. I've played a little bit more of Red Dead. I still really like it, but I am really considering on stopping playing it and then getting it for PC. You know, I just think it's the smart move, especially with some of our Rockstar news here.
Right.
It makes me feel a little.
Yeah, I mean, I
Unsure.
don't think we'll see any love for RDR2.
I just don't, man. And it's such a good game. Like, I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. Like, I knew.
always thought that you would.
Man, when you
Well,
brought it
open
over, I was like,
world.
oh yeah, this looks great. But yes, open world games
Right.
usually don't do it for me.
Right.
But it's so relaxing compared to other open world games. Like,
It's a technical marvel.
yeah, and you can do nothing and still have a blast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, I usually am not a wander around and don't do shit in games, but like this and Ghost of Tsushima very much have that where like I can just get lost in this game.
Right.
You know?
Right. Where they've actually created a world that's compelling enough to just explore and exist within.
Yeah.
Which can also be kind of the biggest drawback for a game like that, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
get so caught up doing side quests and stuff that has nothing to do with the story. That by the time you're burnt out, you haven't even touched the story at all. You know what I'm saying? Like every Elder Scrolls game I would do, every game that I play like all the side quests first before ever doing the main storyline.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wild.
I always go join the Dark Brotherhood. I go and join the Mages Guild and do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I get to the story like dead last.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. Okay. See, I always rotate. I always go back and forth. A little bit of story, a little bit of side stuff, and you know.
If you're not going to use the story to gate my progress, then I'm just going to forget about it. I got some other things going on over here, so
I want to be a werewolf.
You know, that was one of my problems. When I was playing Horizon. When I was playing Horizon, because like I wasn't doing the side quest stuff. I was just doing the main quest, and I feel like that game forces you to do side quest stuff so that you're powerful enough to get to the next main quest portion. Like if you don't go do the little things like here get a better bow, here do it, get some armor, do this stuff, then you're just underpowered for the next place.
I think that in a lot of cases you're right, but in Horizon Zero Dawn, you would just stumble across stuff that was way too powerful for you.
Yeah.
It would
fall
just
in a hole, and then you got to
and then all of a sudden, what's a cauldron?
Yeah,
and you're in there. Forbidden West, I think they kind of flip that 180 degrees. Like it's more important to do the story content because that's how you unlock the different, like the way to breathe underwater. Way to unlock like specific weapons that'll help you out in the side quests. Yeah. And so if you just focus fire the story, then the story will keep you strong enough to get through it. You know, and so a little bit different.
Yeah.
Might be worth playing.
But yeah, that's about it. I haven't really done much else. Yeah. What about you guys?
What about you, Scoots?
First and foremost, I played through the Live Alive demo.
Totally.
Cool.
Which there are videos.
There are. I posted posted 3 videos.
Oh, those are your videos.
Yeah, I posted 3 videos up on my channel on YouTube, Laser Punch. Go check them out.
That's Laser Punch with a Z.
Laser Punch with a Z. And I was gonna stream it, but I kept having issues with the OBS.
Yeah.
So I was just like, fuck it, I'm just going to record it and just put it up on YouTube. So they're there.
Was it just the audio you were having issues with?
No, what it would do is once I went live, I would have everything set up in the program on my PC, and then when I went live and checked Twitter, it was just showing like an image of my desktop and not the game.
Oh, so was it waiting for you to go into full screen mode with the application?
It's like it wasn't selected or something like that.
But that's the thing is it was selected, and I was able to get a local recording, but for some reason when I went live, it would just not show anything.
Strange.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But you worked it out, or you just do local recordings?
I just did local record.
Okay.
Yeah, I just did local record. I'll stream. I'll stream either once I figure out how to stream my Switch, or I'll just strictly stream PS4.
So are you going to buy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I enjoyed it. The different chapters are varied enough. Like I was telling you earlier, it's like they use the same mechanics, but they each use them in different ways.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they're varied enough, and I don't even know if they're going to try to tie each storyline in.
Oh,
at this point,
so it might just be like little vignettes across the whole thing.
It might be.
Huh. Okay.
So I don't know.
Dude, I promise you, I thought this game was about wrestling.
Dude, I'm not saying you're wrong. There might be a part
similar, like arena combat,
right?
There may be a portion. There may be like one chapter that revolves, like at least story wise, around like wrestling.
I just want to see that little round robot suplexing people. That's all I want to see.
Oh yeah. Okay. He doesn't seem to do much fighting.
No.
Yeah. His is very character and like story focused.
Well, I like his design.
I love his design.
I really do.
Yeah, he's like a little beach ball with legs. I love him.
Do you like the?
You know what? His name is Cube. Right?
Is it spelled with a C or with a Q?
It's C.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
spelled with a C. They lampshade that. The dude's like, he's like trying to think of a name for the robot. And he's just like, well, one of the best things about the human race is, our sense of humor. So I'm just gonna call you Cube.
Perfect.
Yeah. How long was the demo? How long did it take you to get through?
Not very long. I mean, I split it. It's maybe a good each section. It's probably about like let's see,
like 30 a section.
Maybe
right?
3 hours.
Really?
Whoa. Yeah.
Nice.
Because I'm thinking about my videos, so maybe less than that. So maybe about 2. hours or so. Actually, because I did have a lot of
still
like
substantial.
Yeah, substantial for a demo. And like the one that kind of caught me off guard the most when it ended was Twilight of Edo Japan, the ninja one.
Yeah.
Because they're like they really want you to you have to play it one of two ways. You either have to go stealth or you fight everybody, to try to level up. But if you go stealth,
come and
you're not gonna
face me.
Yeah. If you go stealth, you're not going to be at the level you need to face more than one, enemy at a time.
Right.
That was the wall I kept because I was trying to go stealth, but you just kind of you crawl up into this attic area and then you go out of the attic and then the game just ends. So it was kind of abrupt, but it kind of caught me.
Do you know how long the full game is?
No idea.
Okay. Yeah, because that seems like a big chunk. There's, it's got to be a pretty long game. It's got to be like like a 30-hour game
I would
or
imagine,
something, right?
Yeah, especially if you're playing through all the chapters.
At least.
Right.
Yeah.
At least 30. Yeah. But yeah, it's good. So that's those videos are up if anybody wants to check them out.
If anyone wants to live alive.
That's right. Go live
live
alive.
live.
Live. Live.
Live a live.
Something about the dolphins cry.
That's right. Other than that, been watching some of these new summer season anime shows. I'm conflicted.
What do you mean summer season?
Like, the new shows coming out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just current shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I started watching. I finally had time today, so I started watching some of them. Pretty disappointing so far.
Oh, yeah.
On most cases. Like I watched. What was it? What is it? Lycoris Recoil, which seems like it could get cool.
Okay.
But for the first episode, it's just kind of
Okay.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I like the character designs, the animation's okay, but it's just like, there just wasn't a lot that happened in the first episode. And then Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. I was really looking forward to that one based on its name alone, and it is boring as fuck.
Really?
Yeah, the animation sucks. All the action is just like panning shots, speed lines, and still frames.
Can you at least explain to us this Biscuit Hammer?
Yes, please.
I didn't get far enough. Basically, it's like dude wakes up and there's a talking lizard in his room, and he tries to run away from it. Lizard tells him that he's a chosen one. He needs to help save the princess, and then
could it be Satan?
I don't know. He's a dick. He's an asshole. I don't like him at all. His character design fucking sucks, and he's also got a terrible personality. But I don't know, man. I didn't get very far.
So you didn't get to the Biscuit Hammer.
I didn't get to what the Biscuit Hammer is.
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, there's a giant hammer
unfulfilled.
that comes and like smashes the earth in the OP, so maybe that's the Biscuit Hammer. I don't know.
But
I don't know,
biscuits?
man. I feel like you gotta watch this show until you figure this part out.
I need to know. You know?
I'm gonna have to wait until there's just nothing else.
I mean, I figure if you leave a biscuit out long enough, you can make a hammer out of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Just
Absolutely.
stab it with a stick.
Or you maybe it's like a pressurized hammer. Like you take the tube of biscuits and you just kind of loosen the paper a little bit, and then you get near your target. You look, yeah.
I like it.
Like a ballistic knife.
Yeah,
Like
those sharp knives. Oh my god.
But this is the one that I'm mostly conflicted on because it's really good.
Okay.
It's really good. It was what was it?
Blah, blah.
How'd you do that?
What up, Barty Goth?
Like really? How do you type them backwards?
Yeah, how do you type them backwards?
Man, something about
I need
Reddit.
to know that.
He knows some shit.
Nerd.
That's how you spend your bubbles, typing shit backwards.
Hell yeah.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
No, that's
I
impressive.
want to know. I want to know.
I do too.
Dope, sir.
But okay, so Engage Kiss.
What?
It's really good. I love the character designs. I like the world that it's got set up. I like the characters are immediately likable.
Okay.
The action is fucking phenomenal. It just looks and sounds and like is so good, but it's morally reprehensible.
What does that mean?
Okay, so the two main characters is an older, not necessarily down on his luck, but perpetually broke and constantly asking to borrow shit older guy.
Okay.
And a high school girl.
Of course.
That's a half demon. And
so
way
so she's
old
infinitely
enough.
old.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
like 5,
that's how they
6
get away
years
with that
old.
shit.
Yeah,
Right, it's
I
fine.
guess.
We know this.
I guess.
Come on.
Still, but the way she has to unlock her powers is by, full tongue making out with the older guy. So that's the point where I'm just like, God damn it, you could have.
All right, y'all. Just.
God damn it, Japan.
Just
this is really what you came up with?
Like,
Yeah,
Just
really.
make hentai. At that point, man, it's like, why even straddle the
It
line?
frustrated
Just
me
go
because I did
ahead.
finish the first episode, but I wanted to keep watching it, but I was just like, man, I can't. I just fucking can't. And it makes me sad because it's a good show.
Remember whose Crunchyroll he's using.
No.
Hey, that's why I
know.
stopped.
I was just
Well,
like,
not
God,
just
it's
just that.
This shit sus.
They're gonna come to my door. They're gonna come to my door. You know what I'm saying? Be like,
Sus as fuck.
That'd be fine. That'd be
what's all
fine.
this lolly
There's-
shit? You
There's
know, like,
worse
I'm
things
sorry.
on Crunchyroll.
I know.
Yeah,
you're
but
gonna click
you're
on
putting
them.
Trey
No.
on a watch list over
Uh-huh.
here. That's what you do.
You don't get put on watch list for anime.
You know.
But no, like,
You don't, because your name isn't on the account.
But no, it's just frustrating.
What's it
because
called
was,
again?
Engage Kiss.
Engage Kiss.
Well, they kind of told you up front.
Right.
You clicked on
I
that.
mean, that could mean
Right.
that could mean anything.
I thought this was about Jane Simmons.
Right?
I wanted to engage
how-
with Kiss.
I wanted
It's
to-
my
you know
favorite
how-
band.
You know how the
I said,
Japanese
lick it
name
up.
their shit? It could be anything. Sometimes they just throw random words.
They do.
That's
true,
probably
they
where
do.
Biscuit
Right,
Hammer
they do
comes
that.
from.
It has nothing to do with the
Nothing
story.
It's just
to
like
do
a
with the
terrible
fucking show.
translation. You know?
It's not at all what we meant.
So, yeah. But yeah. Other than that, that's been my week, man.
Engage Kiss. Jesus.
It frustrates me. It frustrates me to no end because it's a damn good show, but I can't bring myself to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of its core conceit.
Uh-huh.
I just can't.
It
I'm
just
like,
puts you
fuck.
into a mood. Like, oh my God, I feel a certain kind of way all of a sudden.
No.
And I hate myself because I like
feel-
this.
I feel gross. Why does this show have to be good?
You know? It's like, I'm never going to watch this again. It's episode 13.
I'm only gonna binge
I'll
one
do it.
more,
Okay.
okay?
Hey,
And then I'm fucking done.
I'm fucking done
Right.
forever.
I'll do it on 9.
Jesus.
Yeah. So yeah, what's up with
Oh
you, Trey?
man, I don't know how to follow that. Not shit, man. Started getting back into Rise, doing the multiplayer shit. Trying
Oh,
to
yeah,
get
yeah.
levels up on that side. You know what I'm saying? That game is so fun.
Yeah.
It's
dude.
so
Did you
incredibly
install
fun.
Control?
I did. I installed that yesterday. I was sitting there thinking about it because the problem with Rise is that it is. Sorry, it just started storming here.
Yeah, we're sorry if we lose the connection.
Yeah, and if we do, just keep checking back. We're gonna, definitely come back.
Yep.
But I was sitting there thinking about it. Monster Hunter Rise is a great game, but it's one of those games that can just steal hours from you.
Oh,
you know,
easily.
like very, very easily. And I'm like, you're not really getting story or lore or anything like that. You're just grinding, and it's fun to do.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, I need something else to play. And I was just thinking about it. I was like, oh shit. Like, I never finished Control. Like, I only played maybe like 3 hours into it, and I loved it.
I got real frustrated with that game.
Really? I had a lot of fun with it, but I was in the very beginning, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't that far, but I got to a point where it was kind of stupid because I like the gameplay, and I
Right,
think
yeah.
the everything about it's really cool. The map is fucking terrible,
Yes,
though.
the map is
And I got
awful.
to one part where it wanted me to go somewhere, and I walked around everywhere possible that I
Uh-huh.
could go, and I couldn't figure out how to get there, and the map wouldn't give
I
me
think
any
I
clear
remember
direct-
exactly where you are, and that's
Yeah.
the reason why I didn't go back,
Yeah.
because I felt like I would have to start over. And I remember that there was that one point that frustrated the shit out of me, and I never wanted to experience again.
And I just
Now
want to
that-
get past that so I can play the game.
Right. Now, it's been long enough now,
Yeah.
and there's a PS5 patch for it, exactly. So I'm like,
Uh-huh.
now's the time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and the game does, it plays like Psyops. You remember Psyops?
Yeah,
from back
hell
in the
yeah,
day?
Psyops,
Yeah, it's like a
dude.
modern Psyops. And I'm sitting here like,
Yeah.
oh my God. And so I got super excited about it, but
Yeah.
then we had to watch Multiverse of Madness,
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
then, we played some Monster Hunter, so I
yeah.
haven't gotten around to playing it. But that's going down this weekend. I am stoked.
I got to jump back on that too. I might really just have to get like in that section and then just stream it and be like, Trey, where the fuck do I go?
Right.
And then,
what was probably going to happen is you're going to see it again and be like, oh God, I got stuck on that shit.
oh, it's simple as shit.
Right.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so sometimes it's just a matter of like just learning how to use the map, because I know people
Yeah.
who finished the game who loved it.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
whatever it is that both of us are remembering is doable, but what the fuck is it?
What is
so
it?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna find out, goddammit. So finished up Stranger Things, lit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
They're
I gotta
definitely
get
setting
on
up
that.
for it. You really, really should.
I
You
saw
said you've
the-
never watched it?
No, I'm caught up other than the most recent season.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're just on season 4?
Yeah.
You-
I just haven't started
Yeah,
season
me
4.
too. I mean, me
That's it.
too.
I'm caught up.
Gentlemen,
I can't watch that
seriously.
shit around her, and it's a
You
lot.
really can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I
You
have
cannot.
to, I've had so much other stuff to do. I've been like, okay, that's over there, and I need it, but I haven't done it yet.
Yeah. There's you should definitely set aside the time.
Yeah.
Both of you really, really should.
Fucking
That'd be something
Vecna,
with-
dude.
Fucking
I know.
Vecna, bro.
I know.
Fucking Vecna. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of it. Vecna's terrifying. But it's just like, I mean, you get some stellar performances
Oh yeah.
from everyone.
Oh, yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
and I know how much both of y'all motherfuckers like Hopper.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like,
And the
Hopper,
hair.
bro.
I love the hair.
Oh,
he's
the
dope.
hair. Yeah, he's good.
I kind of hated him at the very beginning
Well,
of the
no,
show.
because
Yeah,
you're supposed,
you're supposed
to.
to.
Yeah, but then you're like, no, this guy's awesome.
He's fucking
He's
awesome,
so
and he
good.
loves Dustin.
Yeah,
he
dude.
loves him
Yeah.
so much, And
Yeah,
so,
man.
but
Yeah.
it's definitely like the darkest season ever.
Yes.
And the next
yeah,
season's the final
dude.
season.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
this is all just setting up for them to bring everything full circle into a close. So please watch it.
Hey,
'cause
man,
I don't want to spoil anything. But I
BC
do wanna
Rich
talk
is
about it.
selling Eddie's guitar.
They
They have like a limited edition Warlock with like a crackle black and red finish. That's
How much?
There's like two versions of it. So there's one that's like stupid expensive, like $4,000 or something. But then there's the one that's like the standard NJ version, and I think it's like $700 or something like that. And I was like, that's a
I
real
don't-
tight guitar. Too bad I
Yeah.
don't like pointy guitars. You
Right?
know?
yeah. They're really good if you're just standing up. But
Yeah,
if you
but
want to sit down and
you
play
wanna
one,
set it down somewhere,
Uh-huh,
or sit in
that
a
sucks.
chair,
Yeah,
or like lean on it without getting stabbed.
Mhm.
You know,
No,
it's like
do
it's like
that.
going
Yeah.
to like a music store and trying to like sit down and strum around on a flying V.
yeah,
Like
I know.
it's the
Yeah,
worst
I-
experience ever. It's
I-
just,
you end up setting it this way on
This-
your
uh-huh,
leg, and you're like, I
yeah.
guess I'll play it like a fucking cello.
yeah.
Man.
Oh, so
Yeah, that's-
dumb. And so finished that up. What else did I do this week? I don't even really know. Played some. Did a little bit of DNF Duel. Watched some tournaments of that just to see what high level play really looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. You know what I'm saying? Being week one, watching pros go at a game like
Oh
that.
yeah.
It's kind of hype because like any moment could be the moment,
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
having to
yeah.
play
Yeah.
around all these OP as fuck systems. It's like you have to get to a point where, because it is Kusuge,
Yeah.
but you get to the point where you just accept it for what it is.
Oh,
And
yeah.
if people just accept it for what it is
Yeah.
and just respect that it's completely ridiculous,
Yeah.
then you expect that and you have fun with it,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
so all of a sudden you can have high level play. And so that's been a lot of fun.
Did you
know,
play
just seeing
through
that.
the story for everybody, or
No. I've only gone through with Swiftmaster, with which is actually really funny, with Enchantress, and with. Well, I've gone through with Vanguard, with Striker, and with there's one other character that I did, Kunoichi as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and they're really, really cool. You
Yeah.
know, usually the intro and the outro are identical across the board for each
Yeah.
character.
Oh.
But there are bits of artwork in between that's a
Yeah.
little bit different, and then of course the meat of the story is different for everybody as well. And so it's worth doing.
Yeah.
And then that's the way that you unlock the final character. So everyone should at least pick one character to go through it, with that character.
Oh,
just
so
they
you
get
just
it.
have to beat one?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the whole board. To get the,
Nah,
okay.
you just have to finish story mode with one character.
So
Okay.
have you played with him yet?
I played a little bit with him.
He's
you
a
know?
bastard.
Yeah, he's weird. he's very, very weird. Well, every character in that game is a bastard. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the thing.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
it's just what type of bastard are you?
Mhm.
And
Right.
so, but he's
You
weird.
quick bastard?
Yeah,
Oh, right. Well,
a
he's
swift
Are you a
a
bastard.
swift
Swift
bastard.
bastard?
Are you a swift bastard? Are you a bastard who has like full screen everything, you know, like, and so, but no, I spent a little bit of time with it, man, just because I have that tug of war in my brain. Like, do I really like this thing or do I not like this thing? And the more time
I think it's fun. I think it's super fun.
It is fun. You know, it's just broke.
It's broke, yeah, but I don't have a problem with broke.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. You know, it's intentionally broke, and broke is fun. So it's whatever. Because you brought the question of like, what do you guys want? You know, what was it? You were like, you say that you want balance, and then you get balance in the game, and you don't want that. You say you want over the top shit. And it's like, you don't want that, and you call this game Kusuge.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I'm like, well, I don't think that Kusuge means what Kusuge means literally. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
See, I meant it literally when I was talking about Killer Instinct.
Right.
It's actually a shit game.
Well, you mean 2016?
Yeah.
2016. It's fine.
It's kind of shit.
It's fine. Well, the problem is we never had a chance to really learn the game. Like, we never actually played together.
You're right.
And put time into learning it. At one point, I went over to my brother's house, and my nephews have been playing it.
Okay.
And it was my first time playing it. I've been waiting for a long time to get into it. And we started throwing hands, and they were really good. My nephews were on it, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm having to kind of fight for my life. But I was having a good time doing it.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like, it's gimmicky in a lot of ways, like with the way they sync the music to the combos and stuff, which is really cool from a technical aspect, but it also makes the game feel kind of odd when you're playing it. It's kind of weird. But I wanted to spend more time with it, and I would have done so. But most Kusuges are games like Melty Blood, like where they're like
Hokuto no Ken,
or like Hokuto no Ken, where they're just like stupid broken, and there's a reason why people don't want to try to be professional playing the game, is because there are holes in the design. But at the same time, in a current environment, Kusuge just means like, hey man, it's like low skill floor, and that skill ceiling part
play,
is
let's just go in and do some flips.
You know, so let's do some kicks and some flips, you know, and it's like. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad game and that nobody will play it. Yeah. You know? So, I'm with it. I'm with Kusuge. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah.
I'm with DNF. Yeah. I know that.
Yeah. I'm with Melty Blood. I know that.
Bleed
that. So, news juicy. Let's get this ball on the road.
So much goddamn news this week, guys.
It's been crazy.
We're going to try to get through it as best we can.
Gotta open up with bad news.
Bad news.
It's coming down. I wonder how much of that actually comes through the mics.
The rain?
Oh, the rain.
They've got to be able to hear that.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
Tell us if you can hear the rain.
I can't stand the rain.
I was right there.
Yeah.
Through my microphone. I can't stand it.
Microphone.
So rest in peace, Kazuki Takahashi.
Yeah. Creator of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
This is the manga creator.
Yeah,
the mangaka, not the.
It's Takahashi, right?
Takahashi.
Right. Well, because it started out as a manga.
Yeah.
As they always do. Usually.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
So.
They said they found him dead at sea. He was like snorkeling. They said they found him. With his snorkel and his mask on, and that there were signs of him having been attacked by some sort of wildlife, but they don't know if it was like a shark attack or.
It was a kraken.
What? It probably was. It was a blue-eyed white dragon. Yeah, sorry. I don't know if that's. Would you like that joke? I don't know if he liked the joke or not. I feel like he would. I feel like no, he'd be like, no, we have aquatic. Yu-Gi-Oh as well.
Yeah, what you would correct you.
Yeah, right. There's a better Yu-Gi-Oh for that. I'm not the biggest familiar.
I like the anime.
Yeah,
I liked it enough. It just came along at a time when I wasn't really watching a lot of television.
Yeah.
I think that was in '98.
Sounds about right.
Right, and so I think it was like '98 when
right there. Yeah.
And so by that point, I wasn't really watching. I got into Pokemon, and then they're like, "Here's some Yu-Gi-Oh." I'm like, "Nah, man, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need another one."
That whole thing was so weird for me because like I got into Magic first.
Yes, me too.
And when I got into Magic, it felt like a month later everybody got into Pokemon.
Oh wow!
And I was like, man, I just found this one. And then I was pressured into start playing Pokemon. I'm like, well, okay, Pokemon's fun too.
Yeah.
So I started playing that. And then Yu-Gi-Oh came out. I'm like, no.
I can't do it.
No.
At this point, I'm not.
I can't have another
At that
one.
point, I was working at Electronics Boutique, right? And people were going crazy over Yu-Gi-Oh cards, man.
You remember,
oh, my God.
What was it, Walden Books over there?
Yes.
And yeah. I used to go over there and play cards with them. And that was, they had tournaments for all three of them.
Absolutely. And anytime there were new packs like coming out or new series,
Uh-huh.
like people would swarm us, and they
Yep.
come and try to buy the
Yep.
whole damn box.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sorry,
Uh-huh.
man, I can only sell you 2 packs per person.
So they were doing that back then?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, of
oh
course they
yeah.
were.
Because people would
wow.
come up and just try to buy all of them.
Yeah,
themselves.
I mean, Michael was talking to me about that at the game store, like especially with Pokemon, like
Uh-huh.
last year or whatever. He was having people that were trying to buy the whole thing so that they could resell the packs.
Exactly.
online.
absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of these people just, God, there is something about opening a pack of
There's
cards.
something
man.
about it.
Yeah.
There's something about it.
It's like
just
pulling a slot machine.
It is literally that.
Ooh.
It is literally that. This
That's
is all
that-
gambling. I'm telling you,
we wanna-
Japan are masters of gambling.
Gotcha is older than you think it is.
I
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
yeah. They've been getting you since been getting you.
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. They call it gotcha.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
getting your parents
That's right.
and your grandparents.
Uh-huh. You just were the one opening the cards.
We all
You
been
know?
getting got.
You know. So,
Anyways,
but rest in peace.
yeah.
Rest in
Rest in
peace,
peace.
man.
You know.
Let
Um,
Yu-Gi-Oh live on. I'm sure it'll do fucking well for another 10 years.
Oh
man.
yeah,
I
Yu-Gi-Oh
absolutely.
ain't going nowhere.
Yu-Gi-Oh
Like I
ain't
said,
going
I
nowhere.
still think we need that
His legacy
VR
remains, dude.
Yu-Gi-Oh game.
Oh,
Oh,
dude, when
dude,
you
that
got
would
the
be
and you
cool.
Yeah,
you
you slap it down,
oh.
then the creature comes over your head. You're
Yeah, man, that would be hype.
Oh, That
Yeah.
would make me play it,
I
dude.
would
If
play
they
it.
well, if they had something that was like Eye of Judgment, where you have the physical characters rendered in front of you on the
Oh
battlefield
yeah,
kinda thing,
totally.
You know what
totally.
I mean?
That'd be really cool. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I mean,
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
AR games for the future, man.
Absolutely. Well, this dude changed the world.
He
So
did. Absolutely.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
what? Why?
So this is weird.
Just
So
I'm
fucking
happy
weird.
for it.
Right,
I'm, I'm happy for
Why
it.
is there
I
so
love
much Ruby, though? Why
I
is-
love the Ruby characters. I
love
them.
the Ruby.
I love them.
I love their design.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, is that new Ruby? Is it out yet?
Yeah.
So by the
I
way,
saw
this
that.
is
Yeah,
this
it's-
is
You saw it?
Ruby
no,
X.
No. 'Cause I
Okay,
saw that
so-
trailer when
so
she was
here-
fighting the dude in the bar.
Well, hold
It
on,
looked
hold on,
hot.
real
Look,
quick.
Look,
This is Ruby X Justice League.
Justice League. Yeah,
Just
they're
letting
crossing
them know
over
what
with
the thing
Justice
is we're
League.
talking
Well,
about.
we're getting there. We're getting there.
'Cause I think DC's been, or some affiliate of DC has been publishing the Ruby comics.
Oh,
Okay.
And Ruby's kind of been getting a resurgence. Like, of course, you had Ice Queendom, the new anime.
Yeah,
done
yeah,
by,
yeah.
what was it, Studio Shaft?
Yeah, Shaft.
And then you have
It's Ruby X Frozen.
Yang, baby.
Ruby X Frozen.
Oh, my
Fuck.
girl.
Hey, man, I wouldn't put it past them. They're putting Ruby in everything right
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
because
telling
they
you.
are badass characters.
Ruby
that
and
got
They're
Kingdom
us-
great character design.
They're great
Yeah,
character
totally.
design.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I think their
And they-
characters are fine
I-
as characters.
And then
hate
that's
their
that's
Do you
the
not, really? You don't like any of
I
them?
don't like any
You don't
of
like Blake Belladonna?
them.
Oh my God,
Hey,
dude!
look,
from
look,
Shadows.
and that may be. Look, the concepts and the designs and the way that these characters fight and move
Uh-huh.
is cool. Their personalities are fucking garbage,
Well-
and that may have a lot to do with the story. And that's what I was gonna get to. Is Ice Queendom is bad because it's literally just a condensed rehashing of Ruby.
Well, it needs to happen
know,
though,
I
because
get
for
it.
those people who can't get
But the
beyond
biggest
the
problem with
animation
Ruby-
of Ruby
Yeah.
is like, I mean, there's some meat back there. It's just that you have to get
But-
through all that sugar.
well. So
coated
is the
on top.
animation better in Ice
The
Queen?
animation is better.
It's way
The
better.
fight animation is a little less good, just because in CG you can kind of move a little bit more, and that was one of the highlights of Ruby, at least for me. Whenever
Yeah.
I was trying to
The
I
fight
think
animation.
I think the fight animation is a little bit better because
Yeah.
there's more gravity.
I
I
think-
feel like
I
that's
think-
one of the biggest problems with Ruby as like a 3D animated show
Is that they're a
they
little
don't
floaty.
get their they don't get
They're a
their
little
gravity
floaty.
right.
Yeah, I
you know?
gotcha. But one of the, or at least in my opinion, one of the biggest problems with Ruby was always the story. It was always the story itself and the way that
Well,
they
it's
told
just like
the
what,
story.
like, you know, the
you know?
characters versus Empire, same as it ever was.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
trying to, yeah.
But I
it's
mean, they
always-
just don't handle
So-
any
same
of the
shit.
well. That's the
right.
thing. It's
Did
just
you,
like,
did you see the trailer for season 9? They just put out the season.
I haven't
season 9
seen the
trailer.
trailer, but
It
yeah, I
looks
was gonna bring
sick.
that up too.
It
Is
looks-
that
it
there's
looks
gonna be
really
a season
good.
9?
It looks really good because another thing that they've always kind of, I feel like, stumbled with are the environments themselves.
Yeah.
You know, because in a lot of cases they look kind of dead and empty. This one, their environments, like, I mean, they look good.
Yeah.
Well,
They
maybe
look
they
really,
figured-
really good. And
Yeah.
so, well, they got money.
Well, I'm about to say maybe
know,
they
budget
figured
helps.
out and letting other people tell different stories, like with the comic books and with Shaft doing the reboot.
Or
But
BB
so-
Cross
Maybe
Tag.
they
baby.
So
Maybe
this
they
is a
figured-
limited comic series,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you know, again, maybe Rooster Teeth just kind of looked and it's just like, looked at other people tell good stories with their property, and it's just like maybe they learned how to tell a good story now.
That's so weird that it's
Yeah.
Rooster Teeth. Like that just.
Well,
Red
I mean,
versus blue, bro.
Yeah,
It's so
dude.
weird,
Well,
yeah.
I'm just so glad that they took like their legacy that they created by making a joke Halo sketch comedy and started actually making some like really well thought out animation or because they've still been working on Death Battle this whole time.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
a lot of those Death Battles, some of them get really, really good.
Yeah.
Some
Oh,
of them
yeah.
are like just the 2D sprites, whatever. But some of them have some really unique animation styles, and they pull off some really amazing
Oh,
shit.
yeah, absolutely.
So as a studio, Rooster Teeth rocks, man.
They're surprisingly awesome.
Yeah.
But a limited run comic that no one asked for and no one expected. Maybe it's good.
Yeah, we'll see. Look at Yang, baby.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Okay, Multiverses, the beta is going to be a soft launch for this one.
Which is just a smart move.
That's pretty much the same thing they did with the Halo
Halo,
multiplayer. It makes sense, like, well, here's the beta, play it
Yeah.
until it's officially out,
Yeah.
I mean, I've always liked the way that they do what am I trying to say? On Steam, the pre-release games, what do they call them?
Early access?
The early access. That's
Yes.
exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I love the way they do the early access stuff. I don't even mind spending the $8 or whatever to get a game early.
Right.
Like that's fine because usually it's a reduced price. But with
don't-
this one, it's free.
It's free to play.
They're just releasing it.
It's free.
Yeah.
That's good. But do you think because they are gonna have to like fix things and balance things?
Yeah.
later on.
Yeah, that's what maintenance is
again,
for.
it's a beta. Do you think that could be to the detriment of the game?
No. If
Anyway?
anything, it'll make sure that people have lowered expectations on what they're getting into when they first get it, so that if the netcode sucks, which is possible,
Yeah.
then people won't be like, "Oh, fuck this new game." They'll be like, "Oh, well, this is
It's
the
a
beta."
It's
Yeah.
Exactly.
beta.
It gives you the opportunity to fuck up.
Yeah,
It gives you all
that's
the
exactly
opportunities
what it does.
to work
Yeah.
through
That's
all
true.
the kinks, because at the end of the day, hey, it's just the beta.
Yeah.
We're
And
in
at the
early
end of the day,
access.
It's all labeling.
Right,
Yeah.
and so it's just a way to get like tons of people play testing your game before your game actually goes live.
Yeah.
And for a game like this, it lives and dies on multiplayer, right? So you gotta hammer that shit out, and the
Yeah.
only way to do it is with a giant ass focus test, and that's all it's gonna be. I think that it's the smartest option ever. I also just wanted to make a mention about that Batarang in Shaggy's hands
Yeah,
and Batman
yeah.
holding the sandwiches.
Dude, I was looking at that.
Bro,
Yeah.
bro,
Zoinks.
he's looking so serious too. He's ready.
like, I'm gonna eat this sandwich
Is
for
he gonna
justice.
eat it or he's gonna throw it for justice?
No, he gotta eat it.
You think he's gonna eat it? Yeah,
I
he
think
might.
he's gonna
He might
eat
eat
it.
Just take the toothpick out first, Bats.
No, man, he's gonna crunch
Eats
that
toothpick
shit up.
and all?
He's so edgy, man.
He's gonna pop the whole thing in his mouth and then pop the toothpick out. And
Oh.
just have it like hanging
Oh.
in
Yeah.
his mouth
That's
like
right.
a G. Like,
With the olive still on
uh-huh, bro. I hate olives.
Fucking pimentos.
Olives, my parents.
And so no, I think that it's a great play, and it's a good way to get people just into playing. It's like, okay, I could be a part of this beta. I don't have to play the main game or blah blah blah. Everybody's gonna
Yeah.
download it anyway.
Right.
It's
I mean,
free.
it's fucking free.
I'm
You
still
know?
not really. I don't really care about this game. I'm
I
still
do.
gonna download it.
I'm gonna check it out.
Oh, I'm definitely
know?
checking it
Yeah,
out.
why
But
not?
in my
I know
mind,
that in time I'm not gonna be good at it, and I know that in time I'm probably gonna drop it.
Oh yeah.
But I still want to be there when it launches.
I'll play it when it first comes out. I think
Yeah.
we should all check it out. I mean,
Absolutely.
for a free game, why the hell not?
Because I tried Nickelodeon All Stars and it was.
It wasn't good, was it?
not good.
It's not good. It
It's
doesn't
not
feel good. Doesn't look good.
Doesn't look good. Doesn't sound good.
They don't have any of the-
even. Well, they did add the voices.
about to
Did they
say,
add
but
it, or did they
Yeah, they added it.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
thought that
so
was a
it's there.
future patch.
No, it's there now. But the way that they add it is just weird. All of a sudden the soundbite will just show up. It'll just happen.
Yeah.
And it's like it has nothing to do with what's going on. And then of course they use them over and over and over.
No, I
ad
heard that.
nauseam.
I figured that it wasn't the real patch with the voices yet because of that.
Mm-mm.
That's how they're
That's how they're doing it
How they're
because they're
doing
doing it on the back end, right?
That's so
like Multiverses,
strange.
they actually have like
Everybody,
dialogue
dude. Yeah.
between characters.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
God,
And
that's
so-
gonna be the cool part is hearing all these unique dialogues between that game is hot fucking ass.
What Nickelodeon All Stars? Yeah,
I
it's-
bet
it's
that's
not
what he's
good.
talking about. He's
Yeah.
got to be.
Yeah. It's not. It's
You
not
gonna get
good,
on this multiverses though?
Huh,
Robbie?
Yeah.
I want to play that, dude. I want to be Arya fucking Stark.
I know. I
Let's
want to.
go.
Well, I want to hear the dialogue between Arya and everybody somebody. She's got to say something. I bet Arya and Wonder Woman have some cool shit to say to each other.
You know they do. And then just thinking about all the WB properties, man.
Yeah,
like,
man.
who knows who's going to end up in this game?
Man, you know Neo's got to be in this bitch.
Oh, yeah.
At some point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you rather have Neo or Morpheus?
I mean, you could have them both.
You could have
Why do we have to pick one?
I want the twins.
I could see them putting. No, that ain't gonna happen. That won't happen. That won't happen. But I could see them.
The Merovingian. I'm gonna play as the Merovingian.
I can see them putting like Neo, Trinity, and then Morpheus.
And then Morpheus, yeah.
Yeah. You know, which would be lit.
And maybe even Smith, to be honest.
I could see that.
You know?
I could see that and make it where he can like replicate himself. And then they all have like, you know, team functionality, which is really, really cool too. And so,
and walk up, Mr. Bunny.
Man, that makes me think like a whole bunch of Warner Brothers, you know, cartoon characters that I'd like to have.
Not even just their cartoon characters; they're movie characters. So you could have anything in their portfolio, and that's absolutely
that really
massive.
is a lot, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully they continue to support this.
They will.
Oh, we got
Hey!
Melty. What up,
Speaking of
Robbie? You're here the
Melty.
right time.
Yeah.
We got news for you, buddy.
Did somebody say Melty?
So we got an announcement for the
Here come the
next
Melty train.
season of Melty. So we're gonna get 2 characters this summer, 2 more characters in the winter.
Yeah.
We don't know which characters yet.
No, those haven't been announced. They just basically let us know because with all these like haters. Such as Artagoth. A lot of people like to believe that Melty's dead, right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? People like to try to spread that narrative, and they're really trying.
Not at my house.
But that's the thing, not at my house, you know what I'm saying? And not in Japan, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So Melty's still going strong whether you love it or hate it, all right? Type Lumina is still doing work. Maybe not in the U.S. Everybody's playing DNF over here right now. But people still love Melty Boy. And
hey, man, it might happen.
Well, what they're doing is also changing system mechanics again. Okay,
Yeah,
so we've already nerfed the shield one time. I expect the shield to get another nerf.
Yeah, which is good.
Which is super positive, right? Because that's one of the biggest things that people complain about for high level play.
Shield is kind of broke.
Yeah, right. It's like even though it's one of the once again, just like with any Kusuke, just like with DNF Duel, when you just accept it, like this is just how it is, you find ways around everything.
Yeah.
Oh, hell
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? You end up baiting shields out instead of just being like, let me just throw a button. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and so it still sets up for mind games. But I'm glad that they actually, came forth and said like, hey, we got new shit coming.
Yeah,
so that's going to let us know that we're going to have new stages, new music, like all the jam.
Can't wait.
Right. I'm right there with you.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Here for it.
Yup.
And know that you'll see it on the late cast.
Hell yeah, you
Know
will.
that.
Know that.
Know that.
So this is out now. This shit launched. Have you played it yet?
I have not. You actually have to purchase it.
Oh, I
And
thought it was
so-
a free update.
No. Well, there are 2 aspects of it.
Okay.
There's the free version that'll give you access to a few of the cards. I think
Yeah.
the Bone Shaker is one of those cards.
Okay.
And then there's the full version, which has like, I think it's like 12 cards, 12, 14 cards. There's a lot of cards.
What about the
But
stages?
it also has, well, you have the stages. This is an event in Mexico, the Hot Wheels events that goes around the volcano that's at the top of the
Gotcha. Yeah.
sick shit. I need to get back into this game. But they have the Hot Wheels tracks with magnetic parks for going upside down, loops, all that kind of good shit. But what they also have is a track editor.
Yeah.
So you can make giant. It's one thing when you're talking about like Hot Wheels Unleashed, when it's like you're in a small room and you're making this track this small. You're making tracks around like
Cities
giant
and
structures
shit.
and cities. Yeah, dude, like
so cool.
that's
cool.
crazy.
Really,
to
it
imagine.
reminds me so much of Trackmania.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, but on a much larger scale.
Right.
Like with like full-size vehicles.
Right.
Like,
And Trackmania was always kind of jank. That's the
Yes,
problem. Like
absolutely.
the gameplay didn't feel tight. Forza feels very tight.
good.
you know?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
This
so,
is awesome.
Yeah, this might just
I
be
wonder
a
what my
must
brother
play.
thinks about this, because
So Hot Wheels fan?
he's a big racing fan in general.
Oh.
So and he's a sim race guy, but
that
he
means he
also
probably didn't like
loves
Forza.
Forza.
Oh, really? Does he
Yeah.
like Forza Horizon?
I don't know
Or Forza
though.
Motorsports?
See, I'm thinking he's more of a motorsport guy
Right,
than
exactly.
a Horizon.
Yeah.
But you know,
I know some people who won't play Horizon because they're like, oh, they made it too arcadey.
Like
and
that.
I'm like,
No,
oh,
that's
wait,
the
they made it fun.
No, they made
but
it
it's
fun.
two different things.
Right, exactly.
You know, you got your sim over here, and then you got your arcadey over here.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
play regular Forza if that's what you want.
Exactly.
You know?
Or I mean, you have all those sim racers that you can just enjoy, and that's
Gran
great.
Turismo
great.
and
Yeah,
fucking
man.
what's
Well,
the
no, I'm
one that
thinking
everybody
like
likes, the F1 game. There's that one that's
There's-
there are like 3 of them that are real popular on PC right now. One of them's iRacing, which iRacing is amazing, but it's also
very difficult.
But it's also a subscription. It's not a game you purchase. So fuck iRacing because of that. Then there's this. Is it Colin McRae's or is it? It's one of those. There's an F1 game that used to be something else, and now they just call it like F1 whatever. And then there's the
one that I'm thinking about. It's like something Corsica.
Yeah, Assetto Corsica. That's actually the third one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Assetto Corsica, whatever. It's real,
right?
Some
very
Italian
shit.
shit.
Very Italian.
It's,
but I mean, but those sims exist.
it's something
for those
like this.
people.
It's,
right? Exactly. That was it.
That's what
it
it's called.
says. Yes,
okay.
it's called that.
Can I search
You
this
know,
on Steam?
yes,
No, it's gonna be hard.
It's
to
like a
search.
QR. You gotta bring up like a QR. Like,
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh, you mean Assetto Corsica?
you know, but I mean, it would be crazy to do like Hot Wheels content with these physics, man. And
Yeah,
so,
totally.
Shit. Yeah, check it out.
What's this wacky fucking?
That's another Hot Wheels car. That's yeah, I forgot the name of that
I
guy.
don't know about that.
No, that was a popular little bastard.
Really? Looks like
Like, which way is front?
with that, but it also looks like a inflatable pool. Like it looks like
Somebody just took a minibus.
Yeah.
And just cut the top off.
Yeah.
Like, I'm balling.
turn it into a bed for kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get me a race car bed,
That's in the
guys. That's
DLC.
what I fucking want.
Hell yeah.
I've always wanted a race car.
I
bed.
did
Adult
too.
size.
Never
race
got a
car
race. Yeah, hell yeah, an adult
Uh-huh.
size. I'm just gonna put an actual car
gonna
in
be
there.
like a Bugatti.
Put a mattress in it.
bed.
I spent $200,000 on this Bugatti bed.
Oh my God! Just throw it on Pinterest, bro. Somebody will buy
Yeah,
it.
fuck
Somebody will
yeah,
buy
dude.
it.
For $400,000. Yeah. So
What?
Ubisoft.
Oh yeah, they
you,
fucking up.
You got to explain this one to me because
Yeah.
I don't think I like. Huh?
Don't they? Well, my question is, don't they do this anyway for older shit?
Not really. Not
No,
like
most
this.
things you can still
What
get.
they do
Yeah.
is normally you might get a situation where their online facet to a game kind of falls off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
because nobody's playing it or whatever. But what they're actually doing is removing DLC and of course the online functionality for a lot of their older titles.
Yeah.
And so even if you've the problem that people have is if you've purchased this DLC, you will no longer have access to it. And it's like, wait, I
no
bought
good,
that
dude.
shit.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
the truth is that they probably have a version of the game that has all that included within it, but
Yeah,
still,
but you gotta go rebuy. You've already
Exactly.
bought this shit.
Right.
That should be yours.
that should be yours.
Yeah.
And so, and of course, it makes sense in the long run. It's like, hey, they can't just keep supporting everything from their past
Yeah.
catalog. 'cause,
Agreed.
Especially
Yeah.
because they're struggling as a company. We got to not forget that.
But man,
as a whole.
Ubisoft has been quick to cut things off for a lot of stuff, dude.
That's true.
Like, I mean,
Cardi
we
B.
had just got into Space Junkies, and they were like, fuck it, we're not
Space
supporting it
Junkies is
anymore.
one of the ones.
Yeah.
Space Junkies, of course, support for it's being cut, but it's like all the DLC for it and everything, it's going to be gone. And that's unfortunate because that was a great game.
It was so good,
It was a
dude.
really good game, And so, but it is frustrating to know. The message here is to really be cognizant of what digital media actually means.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you don't own shit.
You
No.
don't.
And so
they don't
eventually,
want you to.
right.
And that's where a lot of these companies want it to go because they don't want you to own the game. They just want you to license the right to play the game for as long as they care to keep it up.
Right.
Which is
Yeah,
why
man,
I'm
most-
also still a big fan of piracy.
That's right. Hell yeah.
And so yeah, they fucking up.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's par for the course, man. They were running out of money, running out of steam. They just gotta figure something out. Because they also, I think it's in trailers. Y'all watch that Skull and Bones?
I did.
Yeah. So Skull and Bones has been around for like
Yes.
Yeah.
10 years or something. Like
Yes.
it's been in the works for a long
For a
time.
long time.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to
We'll
it,
get to that.
Anyway.
Yes, so they're re-releasing Lollipop Chainsaw. They're doing a remaster.
I've never
of
played
it.
this game.
It's
Always
stupid,
wanted to.
but it's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's really
hey.
Look at the screen there.
No, I see. No, I'm saying.
That's what we got.
Is this a
I
Suda
want
game?
him play.
Julia,
Yeah.
I thought this was a
But
Suda
this
game.
is but another director is going to be helming it.
Well, if it's just a
what's her name?
remaster,
It's-
then who cares? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. What's the
Yeah,
main
it's already
character?
got
yeah,
all
I
the
can't think of what her
Suda in
name. It's what the fuck is
I
it?
thought it was like Julie. It's Juliet Starling.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
She's hilarious,
Uh-huh.
and the
Yeah.
whole thing is just
Didn't
you know.
like her boyfriend turn into a zombie, so she just carries his head around
Uh-huh.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yep.
I know about it.
Mhm.
I've just never had a chance to play it.
It just seemed like a game that you would really enjoy.
Oh, I bet I would love it.
I think I remember playing. I never beat this one. I played it on 360, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I remember getting to a certain point and getting kind of frustrated with the game. But that's just Suda 51 games, man.
Yeah.
You get to a certain point in the game and you're like, okay, look, man, can you please just make a better game
Yeah,
sometimes?
you
Like,
know,
this is fun, but fuck.
The weird thing about because he doesn't know how to make games.
He does
You know,
not.
like even Killer 7, man. Like I'm just like, God
So
damn it, man,
cool.
it's so
And-
cool and so bad.
And it's so bad.
You know, but I'm still gonna beat it. But the other thing that's interesting about Lollipop Chainsaw is that was also written by Suda 51 and James Gunn.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and neither one of them are involved in this project.
No, but
And
this
so-
has so much James Gunn all over it, dude.
Oh,
it
already.
is that
Well, that's the
over the
thing,
top
it's like
nonsense from both of them. It's
like-
great.
Yes.
Do they really need to be involved at this point? Because it is just a remaster.
Because it is just I agree
You know,
with that.
all their influences is already baked into the property as is.
They just need to make it look shinier.
Yeah, they're just gonna pretty it up.
Pretty it up.
Which is fine.
I think it's a remake, dude.
Is it a remake?
It's a remake
It's a
altogether.
remake. Yeah, they're doing a remake.
That's different.
Yeah, but I still don't know that they need the original creators to make an accurate remake. If because that's the same thing with like Shadow of the
Blue Point
Colossus.
or-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
They did
yeah.
a wonderful job because they just took off of something that was so strong to begin
They
with.
understand the spirit of the game,
Yeah.
and then
Right.
right.
Mhm.
And then if you do, be like, okay, Suda, we want you back in here. He's just gonna fuck it up.
Right, right.
He's
Nah,
just
man. How about you give us an idea and
Uh-huh.
we'll make you
We'll
a
make the
Yeah.
game for real.
Now, James Gunn games. I
Yeah.
would love it if there were more
Imagine
James Gunn involved. Games.
absolutely. Imagine if Ninja Theory made a Travis Touchdown.
Yeah, No More
Yeah,
Heroes.
No More
Yeah, that's.
Heroes.
I was right there with you, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Could you imagine,
Ooh.
like, seriously,
Ooh.
like all of a sudden, here's this concept,
Yeah.
and it actually is delivered. It has the gameplay behind it,
Mhm.
you know, because God, No More Heroes is so good bad.
It's
Yeah,
so good,
it
bad,
is.
dude.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
I think
bad.
my favorite Suda 51 game is Killer is Dead. I
Yeah.
think that was his tightest experience.
Yeah.
And I think that was the one that really he
I
actually.
like Shadows of the
kinda made it.
Damned.
That's also a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those two are probably the tightest experiences of his.
Absolutely.
But everything else has its moments, and the rest of it you're kind of struggling through. You know.
For real. Like, I
So-
feel like he's just trolling.
So
me.
maybe they'll just make those parts better with this remake. If they could
Yeah.
just do that, if they could, cut away some of the bullshit.
Yeah, the jury's out, man. Like,
I don't know.
I'm very interested to see what happens here.
Absolutely.
I'm cool with it though, because we need more whack shit.
Absolutely.
do.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
More whack shit, guys. Come on.
Let's have fun again.
Yeah.
What is this? A multiplayer mode in Skyrim?
Yeah, and I gotta ask,
Or mod?
does this work for VR?
I don't think so.
Oh.
No.
Because we'd
'Cause
be
it-
jumping on some Skyrim.
Because they've been working on this for like 10 years, man.
I was about
you
to
know?
say, I
and
thought I
so-
had heard about this. Like, a long
They've been working
time
on it for a
ago.
very, very long time.
And this is an official mod. This isn't like a fan made.
No, it's still a fan made
yeah.
mod,
Oh,
but
okay,
the way
yeah.
that the way that Todd Howard and Bethesda work is that if something works really well, then they just end up incorporating it into
Well,
the
of
actual
course.
game.
I
itself,
really
so
doubt they're gonna
they're
put
not
this
going
one.
to do it.
There's
They're
no
not gonna
way,
do it.
dude. Yeah.
No, they're not going to do it. But if you ever wanted to play Skyrim with your friends, this is the only way to really pull it off.
Mhm.
You know, and so
Having a
both of you
persistent world that you can actually throw an item down and both can pick it up or that kind of thing. Like all that stuff's great. Yeah.
and then keeping track of all the quests and
Keep-
everything that
right.
you're going like that
Mhm.
would be so complicated.
Yeah.
You know?
I can't even imagine what it took to program this shit. I
Right.
can't even, dude.
Yeah.
This is the most ambitious mod that I've ever heard of for
Right.
for Skyrim.
Oh,
Yeah.
And we've seen some crazy shit.
Oh, yeah.
One of the guys from the Facebook group Beyond Reality, he was posting a thing the other day.
Z-Storm?
Yeah, about playing Skyrim, and I immediately was like, dude, you gotta check out that Higgs mod, you know, so you can do because he's playing Skyrim VR, you know, and I was like, man, you got to try this Higgs mod. And he was like, oh, you got to watch my last video. I'm like, okay, bet.
Yeah, I like him, dude. I mean, he's on it. You know?
He's on it.
He's definitely on it. So
and he'll engage too, which is nice. Yeah. He seems like a good person to have in the group.
Definitely check out Z-Storm Gaming.
Yeah, man.
My dude does work.
Hell yeah.
Oops, that wasn't it. Rockstar. I actually really like this neon lights.
It looks very Beat
background.
Saber.
Like, I'm about
Very
it.
much.
I'm about it.
It's like super Beat Saber.
Yeah. Rockstar cancels RDR and GTA 4 remaster.
No, that's Red Dead Redemption, not Red Dead Redemption 2, right? But Red Dead and GTA 4. Both got canceled.
Yeah, they were working on remasters for both of those games, and after. Okay, there are two sides of it. One side is the poor reception of the GTA trilogy.
That's because they fucked it up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? I'm telling you, the powers that be, or the powers that need to have been, are no longer there with the company.
Like that. The powers that need to have been.
Yeah.
They're not there anymore, man. And so ain't nobody there to tell them, like, no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that bad.
Yeah.
You know, put it down.
But Money Machine.
I know, right? For us, like, no, turn it off. God damn it, you know?
How can we make a lot of money with no effort?
God, that sounds like a Mighty Keith sketch.
That's what
It's
it
literally
is.
a Mighty, yeah, dude. What would
it. We're gonna re-release
GTA,
old
trilogy.
games and break them.
Yeah,
know?
you don't understand. I don't want to put in any effort.
You know, and it's so funny to think about. Like, GTA 4 is still, by today's standards, a very good-looking game, right? And so, like,
I think the characters look like shit, but everything else is a good looking.
Right.
Game.
I mean, just as a whole, if you if you gave it the same treatment that they just gave the trilogy, it would be rough, baby.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna remodel Nico Bellic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, dude,
remodel
let the mod
Roman,
community do that shit.
You know,
Right.
exactly, and they'll make everything look way tighter.
Yeah.
Right? You know, sometimes I wonder. I'm like, dude, Rockstar, y'all could just really hire a team, and there are a lot of people that are doing this right now. A lot of people who are hiring from the mod community.
Man, Valve's been doing it since been doing it.
I'm telling you, man.
Valve sees talent and they go, well. You want a job?
You want a paycheck? You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll just pay you. Keep doing what you're doing. That's all you got to do.
Do the thing you already know how to do.
Exactly. Instead of being like, oh, no, we got to sue them.
No.
It's like, all right, well, they could probably help you out, you know. Put them on the payroll.
That's
Fuck
right.
it. You know,
That's right,
that's
man.
their portfolio.
Get allies.
You know, exactly.
Yeah, man.
Exactly. But that's not what they do. And so, since they're doubling down and committing to GTA 6, we are not going to see a remaster of Red Dead Redemption or GTA 4, which also puts Red Dead Redemption 2 in limbo.
And probably not going to get a remaster or a patch, because that's all we need.
Right.
We don't need a
is
fucking
patch.
remaster. We just need a patch to make it run at a better frame rate, better resolution on newer consoles. That's it.
Yeah.
And
That's
the
all we
worst part
want.
about it is that, and I hate saying this because I feel like if more people just say it, then we won't get what we actually need, which is a patch. The game runs great. Even by today's standards,
it does.
Like, it runs very, very well.
Even at 30, it doesn't feel shitty.
Exactly.
You know, that game's fine at 30, and it's so pretty that, like, I know it's running at 1080p. I know it is, and I'm still looking at it, just going like, my God, it looks so good. You know,
seeing it at 4K would be
amazing,
astounding. 4K 60 would be amazing. But it's like it's not. And then honestly,
I'm gonna have to buy the PC version.
There's just not that right. Exactly. So there's an option.
There's
right?
an option.
There's an option, and unfortunately, the fan base just isn't as large or as loud as the GTA fan base.
Red Dead died off so fast, dude.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I already, you know, I feel like it's a missed opportunity. Like I haven't even touched Red Dead Online, and I still see where they've had missteps in that as opposed to GTA Online.
Right.
You know, just from us talking about it, I'm like, oh man, y'all could have done so much with this.
Well, the problem is that this should have come first. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, you know, because when you bring something into like the modern era where, you know, we have technology and we have all these vehicles and we have so many options in a cityscape, you know, like, you ramp up the weapons alone. You ramp up the ability for carnage.
Yeah.
You know, like it goes through the fucking roof. All of its possibilities. When it's like a Wild West setting, that's like very restrictive. You know, and then when you're like, hey, we're gonna have our online, and then it keeps getting pushed back. You know, then it finally comes out and there's like nothing to it. You know, especially while GTA Online is over here rocking face.
Wasn't it like a good 6 months afterwards?
Yeah, it took a long time.
Yeah,
man, you know what I'm saying? And of course they're like, just play through the single player campaign. You know, there's enough to do in there, and they're right. They're right. But when people get into something with the promise of multiplayer, that's what they're looking at.
You know, when you get promised, you get an RE-verse when you buy
exactly
Village,
right.
You know,
right? It's kind of like how far down?
Never gonna let that go.
I'm not. And then when it comes out, I'm gonna fucking stomp on it because I know it's gonna suck.
Yeah. Did I guess it didn't? Oh, it did. It's way down there.
Hey, what
Monster
the fuck
Hunter,
is this?
Huh?
Yeah, next story.
Okay.
What?
Well, anyway, whatever. Fuck it. Yeah. Anyway, to finish my thought, Monster Hunter Rise did this thing where they set the game up in multiplayer and in single player. So if you play single player, you can go through the entire story, whatever, and you know, get to high rank, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Or you can play 100% multiplayer, and you have to go through other avenues, you know, using your palicos and palamutes in order to get the items that you'll need, you know, in order to craft certain shit. But you don't have to go through the storyline, the single player storyline, in order to progress the game, right? So it's like you can release a game with like both of these things working in tandem, and give people the option of, hey, which side do you want to like actually participate in? You see what I'm saying? But that's not what Rockstar ever did. They're always just like, okay, well, multiplayer is going to be there, and then doesn't show it with multiplayer, and people bought it just for that thing, and then your shit drops off. And then by the time multiplayer does come out, some of them might reinstall and check it out, but most of them are just going to look online and see what people say. And then if people don't say it's worth, when you're like, oh yeah, it's 123 gigs, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
no,
I'm not going to delete COD so that I can, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? I can only have one of these games on the hard drive. I only get one. I can't have both. Anyway, so Final Fantasy, well, all right. So
I see DJ Potato.
That is DJ Patat. Anyway, it is DJ Potato. No, okay, so God damn it, gamers. In Final Fantasy XIV, there are these things called free companies, which are essentially guilds. Now, some people will make their free company house into a nightclub or a bar, or and people, I'm telling you, dude, they go to extreme lengths. They'll have websites you can go to. Some of these websites will have, like, you know, a menu, and they'll have pictures of the food that you can order from the bartenders there, of the drinks that you can order. Like, they go crazy. Some of them have escorts that you can order and be like, do you want to hang out with this one or this one or this one? Yes, they have whorehouses, bro. And so one of these companies, Club Rain, they put up a couple of billboards in Texas, one in Houston and one in Austin. Okay, so it was a big deal. They advertised for their summer bash, and they're like, hey, you know, come to our nightclub, Club Rain. They give you the server information, and and so they did this, and they put this shit up. Now, there's a lot right and a lot wrong here. All right, that was perfect timing. That was Yoshi P. Right. That was Yoshi P. Yoshi P was just like, no. You know, you just checking for that connectivity?
It says unstable, but we're still here.
Yeah.
Sorry if we're having some connection.
Yeah, we might be a little choppy. We are in the eye of, not in the eye of the storm, right outside the eye.
Right outside the eye.
Anyway, so this nightclub.
Yeah, it's cutting on and off.
Yeah. Well, let's keep going.
Let's just keep on cruising. The Rain Nightclub put up a couple of these billboards, took pictures of it, put it up online. Now, as far as terms of service, you know, that was the first thing that everybody's like, wait a second, you can't just do this. The biggest thing is that they're using the FF14 logo. All right, but
so it makes
they're still putting all the, you know, all rights reserved, registered trademark of Square Enix, all that for legality's sake, right? The copyright for Square Enix is in the bottom right, so they covered bases. Like, they were doing so much right, but the issue becomes with those character models are modded, so they're basically admitting the use of game altering mods, and the items that those characters are wearing aren't out yet, so they were data mined, right? So now this becomes a big issue with the company because they're just like, you motherfuckers, because they don't care about you using mods as long as it's just you personally. It doesn't affect their actual assets, whatever. Now all of a sudden you put this up and people are like, oh, I want that top. Oh, how come that Vieira can have that hairstyle? Oh, why are her boobs so big? And it's all this kind of shit. And now, and also because it is, it says Final Fantasy Online. People will confuse this for an official event.
Yeah, that's probably it.
And so that's. But there are so many facets to this. You know how serious it is because Yoshi P hasn't said anything yet, right? And so everybody's waiting for the response now. These have since been taken down, but not before. And this is right after a major patch, a major patch that added new servers and things of that caliber. And so once the servers finally came back up, all these people logged in and used the new world transfer to go to this bash that they thought was an official event, and it wasn't. It's for RP and ERP. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the thing. So it created this huge problem. There were people that went to it, dude,
and they were like, "Oh, I feel uncomfortable now."
They
this
started
is weird.
protesting, dude. They as the best way they could. People would get in their Magitech armor and start shooting at the building. You know what I'm saying? Like there were a shit ton of people there. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. It was insane because people thought it was something real.
This
is
so weird.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
so weird.
And I mean, you got to pay some money to get billboards, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not a digital.
Are you
ad.
making money off of the Are they making money off of any of this?
They make money if people. Well, no, for the most part.
So not off the escorts,
stuff.
nothing.
No. All that's for Gil, man. All that's for Gil. Now I'm sure you can. I mean, they have other things you can PayPal people for.
Yeah,
I'm sure if you want to get more in depth with some shit.
I mean those RP folks.
I mean, I
bet they got a secret menu over here.
Well, like I said, that shit was online. I can pull one up for you.
Oh, they just got
you know what I'm saying? It shows you the Vieira right there with her nightgown on. It shows you.
Damn.
Male, female. You get Lalafell if you want a little Lala.
Oh.
Because somebody does.
If you're weird.
Oh, well, somebody wants it, man. Somebody wants it, and so. Yeah, it's getting super weird. There are a lot of people who are mad, blaming Asmongold. Like, this is what happened.
Blaming
bring over.
Asmon.
Well, I mean, it's just
they just like hating on that man.
They just like hating on that man. That's it. But no, it was just
so
a bit of a
fucking
mess.
Weird. It's so weird, dude.
Yeah.
This
real.
is unreal looking. Like when I first saw this, I was like, haha, yeah, that's a good Photoshop they did on it. And I kept looking, I was like, wait, that's a real goddamn
that shit was in the sky, bro. That was in the sky. Like tons of people drove past it and were just like, what the fuck is that? And it's interesting that they put Final Fantasy 14 so small in the bottom left-hand corner.
Right.
Because really it's like, if you don't know what you're looking at, you won't know what you're looking at. But if you do know what you're looking at, then you're going to get super hyped. Be like, oh my God, it's a billboard about 14. That's a fucking Vieira. Oh my shit, And then, of course, they have the DJs because you go onto Twitch or Discord and the DJs will actually be playing music and shit.
Yeah.
You can interact with them.
That's super cool.
It's really cool the way they do some of these nightclubs, to be honest with you. I've got friends that go to them all the time.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to a few. One called the Rabbit Hole, which is weird. Like you had to go to the front door. You go into the house and you go to the front door of the house and you have to eat this cookie.
Is it like a speakeasy?
And do a kind of because you do a doze emote, which makes you lay down. And what they did was they glitched a bed underneath the front door, right below the front door. So when you lay down, it actually glitches you underneath the floor, which causes you to fall down into the basement, and that's where the nightclub is. You know what I'm saying? People get really creative with this shit. It's fucking madness, And so.
Wild, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking wild.
But this was a step too far. So they've come down. The free company, the website's down right now. Everything's down. And they say that it was, their own volition. They did it. They're like, we don't want to get banned.
Yeah. So they haven't gotten in trouble for this.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Not yet.
It's coming.
We'll see.
Oh, it's coming.
Whoa,
they got a lot to deal with right now, but it's coming. So we'll see.
That's
bro.
That's some shit. So what else has come down? You can't get The Matrix Awakens anymore. Is that just on the PlayStation side, or is it on the?
That's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, we just pull that shit down.
It's still on the internet.
Yeah, you can.
So you can still get it on the
PC
side.
I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
Yeah. But it makes me wonder if the reason they did this is because they were tired of people making fucking Superman games and shit like that.
Well, no, I think that was kind of the point.
Well, then that's what gets me, right? Because I'm on the same side as you. I think that was the whole point of it, is for people to play around in this. But,
right.
So people can't play around in this anymore?
Well, I mean, as far as the game itself, like, yeah, it's just to show off Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
But it was also used as a vehicle for The Matrix Awakens.
Yeah.
And now that that's just over, that ship has sailed, you know.
Matrix, you talking about Matrix Regurgitated?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
that. It's like, Dad, just eat it again. I don't want to ever see this. You know, I that really may come into play.
Yeah.
But I mean, they decided to pull it, and
it's kind of crazy.
It's kind of weird because it's like, it's once again a case of PT, right?
Right.
You know, like, here's something that's, as a demo, is largely successful.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
so
And it was super cool.
yeah, you know, like, it was. I showed my dad, and I remember he came over and I showed it to him, and he was just like, "What?
Yeah.
What is this?" You know. Then I gave him a controller, and he's like, "Wait, this is a game?" You know. And it's like, "Yeah, dude," you know. And so now there's a chance that they might decide to actually work on a game like that. So that might be another reason why they're pulling that shit down.
Man, if they
But
made
that's
like
speculation.
That's speculation.
Man.
Yeah.
If
It's just,
they made like
me
a
thinking.
Path of Neo, but with like this kind of
Right, they can just do an on rails action adventure.
I'd
you
actually
know?
be fine with that.
That would be
I'd
super
totally be fine
good.
with that, with just vignettes from all the movies. You know what I mean?
Right.
Kind of take you through all of them, and
And
just
every
forget
once
about
in a
this
while,
last one.
every once in a
you
while,
know?
you have. I love it. Every once in a while, have like a hand-to-hand combat section,
Yeah,
a la
totally.
Sifu or something like that. You know, very small and controlled.
Ooh, I like
that'd
that.
be really, really cool. But once again, this is all like speculation.
Yeah.
This is not real.
Yeah.
But no, you can no longer get this. Now,
Yeah, you
my
can no longer download it.
question is, if you had already previously downloaded it, can you get it again?
Ooh, yeah, like much like PT, right? Because with PT, as long as you had it downloaded for a time, you were still able to download it again.
Right. And I doubt that that's going to be the case.
Yeah, me too. I doubt that. Yeah. It seems like they'd keep it up on the PC side, but I mean, you never know.
But yeah, so you would basically have to go into your library, because it would still be in your library,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Anyway, we can move on. I'm going to look at this shit while we're talking.
Next.
Yeah, Yuji Naka erases one of his coworkers out of a
Knight's photo.
well, it's just one of the other Sonic Team guys.
Right.
Yeah, and why? He's just being a bastard.
He's just kind of being a dick.
That's all it is.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
like, oh, fuck this guy. I'm gonna erase him out of the picture and then
yeah.
slam people together, and no one's gonna know the difference.
Right, because this dude was one of the guys responsible for Balan Wonderland or whatever. And there was a lot of controversy surrounding Balan. And, so Yuji Naka said that this guy was, like, talking about him behind his back. And
like,
so
I'm erasing you from the
he
company
said, I'm
photos
erasing you
now."
from the... And they said that the guy's not with the company anymore. Like, he cut ties with the company.
Yeah.
And so...
It's just like cutting an ex-boyfriend out of a picture.
That's
all.
You know,
That's
but
all I was
instead
thinking.
of just cropping him out, you know, the dude was in the dead middle of the photo. So
Right.
he's just like a...
It'd be awesome if he fucking put the Knights.
Knight's dude on.
Oh, God, that
Over
would
him.
be so funny. That is brilliant, man. God, that's a missed opportunity.
Man,
Uh-huh.
I don't know
So
why
what
they
do you
never
say?
just remade Knights. That seems like a simple one, right?
I thought they had at one point.
No, it came out on Saturn and that was it, dude.
No, wait. I thought they did a remaster.
Of Knights?
Maybe not.
I don't
not.
think so.
Well,
I mean,
they
I
put
could be
out-
wrong. I could totally be wrong about that, but
Well,
not
they
that I
put
know
out
of.
a sequel.
No.
No, that's
no.
Balan.
Did they not? No.
Yeah,
No, I thought they had a. There was a night. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Knights into.
Man got erased.
Is there another Knights?
I
don't
thought, yeah.
Mm,
Anyway. God of War
know.
Ragnarok.
So we finally got
release
a
date.
release date. So it's
And-
November, isn't that right? November
Second.
November 2nd. So not too far off. I actually kind of figured it would be.
Later in the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also figured it wouldn't be like, Christmas. It would be a little bit earlier than that.
Well, yeah.
But they also showed the collector's edition and the Jotnar edition.
Are those
Of
two
them.
different?
Yeah, but I'm really confused by this particular model for doing these because, like, I don't like this kind of tiered collector's edition release.
Yeah.
They should have just done the Jotnar edition and not done the collector's edition. Because it seems like if you're a person buying the collector's edition, you're going to be like, fuck, why didn't I just go ahead and spend the extra little bit and get the Jotnar edition?
Especially because the biggest difference is like the material that the dice are made of, and
a couple of like
the cloth map.
There's a cloth map, yeah,
which kind of looks dope.
There's also a soundtrack record in the Jotnar edition
in there.
Yeah,
and then of course you still have the same hammer.
The same hammer, the same carved figures.
I thought it was going to be a larger hammer at least.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
but it's the same shit.
One's a 12-inch, one's 16, but they're both 16.
And it's in the same box. They're both in the thing with
right. Well, one of the Jotnar edition is a slightly larger box. It's like very slightly larger, of course, right?
Man.
You know? That is weird. Well, it's one of those things. It's like everyone's gonna buy Ragnarok, right?
Right.
So how much are you willing to spend?
Right.
You know, it's like that's what it feels like. It's just instead of just having a one like deluxe edition, because that would have been smarter. They should have just had a Jotnar edition that should have been the ultimate edition.
Yeah.
Call it that. Move
Well,
on
I
with
could
your
also
lives.
understand just a $10 extra collector's edition that just has the steel book and something else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and then have the Jotnar edition. Like that makes sense.
Right.
It seems like there's not enough distinction between the two of them to justify having the two.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. The differences between the two are very slim.
Very slim. Yeah.
And
but they got
I think
there's a video up of the guy
unboxing.
the unboxing with Thor.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that man's head is huge.
He
by
has
the way,
a massive
he's
head,
got a
yes.
big ass head.
Yes.
But Mjolnir looks cool. Like the hammer looks great. And he was so happy about pulling that hammer out of the box every time. He's like, this got weight
it's got
to
weight
it.
to it. This weight. He said that over and over, dude.
kept
He's like,
saying
oh yeah, this has some
This
weight.
big, hefty, weighty
You
boy
know,
over here.
you know. But that hammer is dope, man.
Oh, it looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the design. I mean, I love the design in general of everything they've done with this. You know,
Right.
Of course, I'd rather have a Leviathan axe personally.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah, boy.
Um,
Give me some chains. You just wrap around my arms and walk
Yeah.
around the house
Yeah,
with them.
yeah.
But this is going to be the end of this part of the story.
arc.
This arc. Yeah, that's the way to
after
put it.
this is
Yeah.
going to be like pure Atreus.
But
I think that's going to be our new god.
Yeah, so you think that Papa's going to die?
They would do well to go ahead and kill Kratos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, it has to happen. You know,
and
like,
Atreus
eventually.
is going to be the one to kill him.
right.
Right. I mean,
Probably.
you know,
Yeah. Hey,
not
man.
trying to do
Everything-
spoilers here, but
look,
we were
everything's
foretold
a
the prophecy.
flat circle.
That's right.
Yeah.
Time is a
Well,
flat circle.
well, after playing like The Last of Us 2 and having the scene where you're actually having to try to fight against Ellie, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit was rough. You know,
Because you're like, I don't want to fight
you
Ellie.
don't want to do it, and then also she's a badass. You're
Right.
just like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I forgot. You know, because I'm so used to being her that she's not the one to be trifled with. You know, and so she's sitting there setting traps for your ass, sneaking up behind you and shit. And so, like, if they flip it like that, where you actually get to play as Atreus,
And
and
then
you're the
you
one
have
having
to-
to take down the god of war, then that would just be amazing,
people-
right? It'd be so good.
Oh man,
mad.
God!
Well,
what if
I
you?
mean-
Gonna be
oh,
mad.
Let 'em be
dude!
mad.
What if Papa Kratos berserks
I'm with
out?
you,
And
let
he
'em
can't
be
control
mad, but-
himself.
Oh no!
What if it's straight up like unleashed Kratos madness? Like he gets that
Against
full
Atreus.
fury
It's
against,
like
and
bang,
Atreus
bashes, like, headbutting
has
him.
to stop him because if he, oh
Yeah.
my
Right.
God.
Oh, man.
Okay,
Okay, let's
so
stop
I
this.
thought
We
you
gotta
were-
stop
but
this
all of a
right now,
sudden, what
'cause,
I
like-
started thinking about is Invincible and Omni Man.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Holy
You
shit.
know?
it's gonna get brutal.
It's gonna get
It's
brutal
gonna
in
get
there.
fucking
It's gonna get
brutal.
crazy, dude. So we don't have much longer to wait. I'm so excited.
This is an instant purchase.
Yes,
no question
absolutely.
about it.
You don't think Kratos is gonna die in this next one?
Dude, just
mean, I
because
get you,
just
make
because
money
they kill
forever.
Kratos does not mean they will stop making games with Kratos in
Exactly.
in it.
Right.
Right.
Just means that this arc of the story at this point would be
Right,
over.
and then
but
they-
they could always have leading up to this arc of the missing time
They could
between
always go back.
right
Yeah.
between the old God of Wars and the new God of War because there's a whole period. There's like a 10-year period there
Right.
at least.
And I mean, we were always teased that we were going to end up going to another realm, like
Right.
Egypt. You know, deal with their gods. You know, other pantheons that we can
Yeah.
actually interact with. And so who knows? It could be something like he gets just thrown through a fucking portal. Like you never really
Yeah.
know. But they could easily kill him off and still keep him alive enough to make money off of Kratos.
Oh,
Shit,
yeah.
they could bring him back.
They could.
You know?
You know?
I'm about to
dude.
say this motherfucker's crawled out of hell how many times?
Yeah.
He does.
Uh-huh.
You know? Yeah.
Like literally, right? And
That's
so
right.
I mean,
You can't get
it
him
could
down.
be one of those things where Thor could be the one to take him out, and then all
you
of a
have a
sudden you're
punch card
Atreus more
for
than
that?
you are. You know, like so much.
Oh,
could
what if they
happen.
did that like halfway through the game? Crush. And then,
And then and
Everything's
now
changed
your
now.
boy.
Yeah.
You know, angry boy. But
Man,
because
okay.
I mean, because with
Okay.
the trailer, you know, he was like, you know, what do we always say? We're stronger together. You know, like that set some shit up.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
Yeah, yeah, you know it.
Looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Still not getting any of these collectors or Jotnar edition.
Man, look, you can. Look, it's like when the Mortal Kombat 10 Collector's Edition came out. I didn't want to pay the money for it. Whatever. I ended up finding the Scorpion figure that came with it at Second and Charles.
Hell
I
yeah,
found the
you
box
did.
and you know, and I'm just like, oh, this is what.
Did you
What I needed.
do you remember the collector's edition stick they did for Mortal Kombat 10?
Absolutely,
And
yes.
it was and you like opened it up and it had a compartment on the inside and everything.
Yes.
That stick
Yes.
was so dope.
Yeah,
dude.
I almost bought it, except for it wouldn't be functional for anything else ever.
No, it'd just be for that because it's the Mortal Kombat layout.
yeah,
it's
it's
that
that
dumb
cross leg,
X.
yeah.
Yeah, with a button way down here. You're like, come on.
Like this doesn't work for anything else
No,
ever.
it barely works for Mortal Kombat. Yeah, so Forspoken got delayed until next year.
Yes, we were delayed until January 22nd. Yeah, 1/22/23.
So what the hell does Square Enix have this year then? Besides Final Fantasy 14.
I mean,
like
they've got
I know you've got
14
your
all day.
They
thing,
gotta
but
still,
I mean
they
other
got
things.
other things.
Dude, they
What's
also
the other
have
thing?
Harvestella.
Yeah.
They've
Oh, yeah.
got,
I'm about
Yeah,
to
yeah.
say they're putting out stuff.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
well, and then the thing to remember is that they're just. I mean, there's 14, of course. They're making money hand over fist right
Well,
now.
Yeah.
Like, they're doing
sure.
very, very well.
Right, and I'm not saying that. No, the Square's fine. I'm
Yeah.
not worried about them. It's just more like I figured they'd have a big single player RPG.
Well, they
for
got
us
the
at the end of the year.
they got the
new
Dirge
Valkyrie.
of Cerberus.
Oh, that's coming out this year.
That's at the end of this year. Is it
Talking
is
about
it Dirge or
Crisis
Crisis?
Core?
It's Crisis,
Crisis
Core.
Core, but
Crisis
yeah.
Core is at the end of this year.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna bring back
And then-
Dirge.
No, Crisis Core. Well, there was some talks about that.
Yeah.
But no, Crisis Core is at the end of this year, and then we have 7, 16 Forspoken
Right.
next year. You know, also they have 14. Like they're stacking all this shit up
Yeah.
expertly.
Yeah.
You know, and so. Because next year for 14 will be a little bit more of a lull because, there's going to be another year before the next major expansion for 14. And so it's like, okay, well, you have Forspoken, you have 16. Because a lot of the people who play 14 will also be playing all of these games.
Yeah.
And so they are fine.
Oh, yeah, they're fine.
But it's one of those
Yeah.
games, man. Like, I'm really interested in Forspoken. Like, it looks really unique.
Yeah.
And, that's interesting to me. And so I'm like, however much time y'all want to keep it in the oven
Yeah,
and let
I
it
don't
bake.
ever have problems with delays.
No.
You
like,
got a delay to make this shit work on day one.
I'd rather,
fucking do it.
I'd
Fucking
much
do
rather
it.
have a
Fucking
finished
do
game
it and not
yeah.
kill
Exactly.
your fucking employees to make it happen.
Seriously,
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
Do it.
Alliverse.
Delay all you want.
Delicious last course,
delay
guys.
it into the
Right.
next year if you have
Absolutely.
to.
Who
You
fucking
know?
cares?
Yeah.
I gotta buy that, by the way. I gotta
too.
get that delicious last course.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
God, I wish they had 3-player.
Oh, they don't.
No.
Ah.
Because Miss Chalice, she's actually a charm. And so she's not technically a
Not a
character.
character.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah. That's why in the trailer they show you how Mugman gets turned into a ghost and then
Yeah.
she takes over and she's like, "Oh, I'm here."
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
A little disappointing, but-
yeah, I really wanted that.
He's
You know.
okay.
Yeah. Who knows? You might see Cuphead 2 and they'll be like, haha, bitches, 4-player mode. That's
And
what
it's
y'all
like,
really want.
This is really chaotic.
Exactly.
Hey, a Cuphead beat 'em up would be dope.
Yeah, it would.
Absolutely.
You know.
I'm with it.
So Monster Hunter Rise is selling really fucking well, apparently. Which
Amazingly
makes
well.
so much sense
So
because
well.
it's a great game.
Monster Hunter Rise has now crossed 10 million sales. Boy.
I think it's-
Sunbreak has
I think
already
it is
crossed
the-
2 million sales.
What?
Sunbreak
Yeah.
it just came out.
It just
Dude.
came out.
It just
like,
came out.
I think it's the highest selling game specifically on Switch. I
Yes.
know it's the highest selling game on the Switch. I
Right.
don't know about for anywhere else.
Dude.
Yeah,
But yeah.
dude. Yeah, they're crushing it to such a degree that they were like, okay, due to the success of Sunbreak, we're going to release some DLC items for you guys for free. So they gave
cool.
everybody 2 DLC item packs
Fuck
just
yes.
for supporting.
See, I just still need to get Sunbreak.
Huh? Oh yeah. I went ahead and got it.
I mean, I'm gonna get it eventually.
Robbie went ahead and got it last night.
I have other shit that I wanted to buy first, but I just need to.
That's how I felt about it too. And really, it was Forspoken getting delayed that made me do it.
But you still haven't gotten to the content, right?
But I'll be there soon.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if you start just like really
that's
playing
another
and
reason
kicking
I don't think I'm even as far as you are.
Right. Yeah.
You know, because I've been playing other shit and I haven't gotten back to it yet.
Right.
I really need to get back on it.
Yeah, because
go
I mean,
Monsties, guys.
dude,
Yeah, dude.
absolutely,
Monsties
dude.
all day.
all day. Rise is so friggin' good.
Yeah.
It is so good, and it's so well thought out. And so, like I said, we've been playing the multiplayer. I think we're on rank 5 now.
Okay.
I think we're ranked 5 out of 7.
Yeah.
My single player, I think I'm about 5 as well. And so you got to get to 7 to get to the Sunbreak content.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really take that much.
No, you really,
This wolf looking geeked.
Oh, he do look geek though.
Hey, man.
So that begs the question, Philip. Why don't you play Monster Hunter?
Oh, because that wall of fucking text at the beginning of it immediately turns me off, and I'm like, nope,
yeah.
fuck this game.
Nope. You're bad about that. You don't want to learn shit.
No, I don't want to learn by them throwing walls of text. I want to play the game to learn to play the game. I like the kind of games where they go, deal with it. That's what I like.
Yeah.
If you start out and there are paragraphs of shit that I have to read, I'm already done.
They will
I'm already done with
they
it.
will throw
I
a lot of words
have
at
books,
you.
guys. I own books.
Yeah.
I'll go read books if I want to read books.
There is a massive barrier for entry. Now you can just jump in and start fighting. That's what Robbie did.
Yeah.
But then when I started playing, we started playing together. He's like, well, I don't know how to do any of these other systems over here. I've never engaged with them.
Yeah, see,
And
I'd
it's
rather
like,
go look up YouTube tutorials than have just.
Or if you have a friend.
If you
have a friend who just knows, you can just talk about it, right? But I mean, this is the real foundation for Souls-like gameplay.
Yes, you can skip all that stuff, but when I have to sit there for 5 minutes skipping walls of text, I'm immediately turned off by a game. I don't care what the game is.
Yeah, I
You've
remember
already
I tried
lost
to play
me.
Destiny with you, and they were actually talking to you.
And I was like, fuck
he's like,
this.
"Fuck this.
Why am I
I
not
wanna
shooting
shoot
people?
something.
Why am
I want to shoot. I'm like, it's an RPG, bro. Give it some time. You said no.
I said no.
You
It's
know?
not my type of RPG.
Yeah, so that really kind of blows because, like, from a gameplay standpoint, you would love this game.
Yeah, I've never
know,
really got
like-
into the Monster Hunter games. I think they feel funny.
Yeah, this one feels less funny.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
feel
just
the
you guys
same way.
talking about the bug is
Oh,
enough
yeah.
for me to be like, I think I like that.
Dude,
Shit's
and
sick.
you can zip.
What's it called? Is it
The
zip?
wire
zip,
bug.
zip.
Wire bug.
Wire
Wire
bug.
bug.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, I got
good
Kinsex too because I rocked some insect blade.
Well, I might
And
just
so,
get it.
Yeah, I mean, it's hot, man. I can't lie. Like, we have a good time playing it. And
That
so
wolf geeked, though.
You guys,
that wolf is
yeah.
geeked. That wolf is tough.
I kinda
But you
wish I
can make
jump in
Freya
and
if you
play
wanted
with
to.
you guys.
It
Like,
ain't
I run
it
with-
ain't no 5 minutes.
I run with
bullshit.
Goki as my Palico and Orihime as my Palamute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I run with the family,
man.
baby.
Yeah,
I run with
that's
the
so
family.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, my Palico's a 9-tailed fox.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
you got that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to pick that up, but I don't want to not see Goki.
Right.
Yeah, that was my problem. I was like, I'll make him go 9 tails at some point.
At some point,
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, Rise, baby.
So Strive's producer left.
Yeah. Step down.
Huh.
Yeah. And so this is kind of an odd time for it.
Really? Because it seems to be doing pretty well.
It is.
And there's another season coming out of characters.
Yeah.
And there's, so what
Unless
do
he
you
saw
think?
something coming down the pipeline, he's just like, ooh, this is about to go to shit.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna take my money and run.
Do you not give a reason?
No, not really.
He just-
Yeah,
I
but that's a
think-
Japanese company thing, man. They're usually
Exactly.
pretty modest with that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
I
They,
mean,
they don't
yeah.
want to defame the company they're
Right.
working
Absolutely
for.
not,
You
yeah.
know.
He just really ushered in the new producer. That was
Right.
the biggest thing. It's just
Mhm.
like, and now one comment that he made that was really interesting to me is that he said, like, this new producer, he was like, he is significantly younger than I am. He said that, right? And so maybe it's an idea of just like, okay, maybe we need fresh eyes
Yeah.
on this thing.
Yeah, new
You know
blood,
what I'm
man.
saying?
I can
Exactly.
feel that. I can
You
feel
know,
that,
It's
dude.
like, I'm old school and
Yeah.
I am used to one
Now-
certain method, and
Yeah.
maybe we just need somebody with
And
some
now
fresh blood.
Daisuke just sings,
Right.
so we need
Uh-huh.
we need somebody.
Maybe that's what it is. He's like, God damn it, I fucking hate Daisuke's
Yeah.
voice. Just God damn it. And they make me learn all the words and do breakdowns, and I gotta sing along. Like, fuck this shit. You know? This is bullshit blazing.
Yeah.
Like, crazy.
That's the company meeting, is everybody has to sing that shit.
That
is bullshit.
blazing. Still my heart is wasting.
like begrudgingly singing "Happy Birthday"
God.
at a company party.
Dude, look,
Love
Happy
that.
Birthday is a blight upon man.
It's a bad song. The
it's
fucked
not
up thing is that
it's that one note, dude. That one
high
note.
one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Happy
You're
birthday.
you're setting
Yeah,
everyone
I
up
know.
for failure.
When they hit the 7th, it fucks everything
it
up.
fucks everything up. It goes to
That's
shit.
why I just intentionally crack every
Yeah.
time.
Why? Right. But
Yeah.
imagine just like working in a restaurant.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah, no,
and you're just
yikes.
that's why I
doing your
was
thing,
always back
and
in
then
the house,
always
baby.
table 16 decides that it's time to sing Happy Birthday,
Yeah.
right? And it's always the most shrill, high-pitched voice
so
over
bad.
there, and then they're all together. Oh my god!
That's why you go to a Mexican restaurant so they can do the chicken dance
That's
for you
really
instead.
good. That's really good.
And you're like, "Fuck yeah, happy birthday!"
Happy birthday to me. You know, go to
And I
Joe's
got some
Crab
flan.
Shack.
Like, you can even get up and dance with them. You know, like yeah.
Well, yeah, they try that in American themed restaurants too with the happy birthday
Oh,
on this
dude.
special
Oh, my
day.
God.
That's all we hit to say, hey! You're like, oh my god.
And you can tell everybody singing it fucking hates
Oh
it.
no,
Oh, yeah.
no! That's the best part. When you're running around like birthday singers. God damn it! I need birthday singers right now, birthday singers. And everybody's like, I gotta run my drink. Like, I don't care. Birthday singers. Happy birthday! You start clapping menacingly, angrily, and they just start singing along. And you get to the table, and it's like, I hate this motherfucker.
No, man.
Just give
So
him the
that's
chocolate
what,
cake.
That's what Daisuke sounds like now.
Yes.
Is
Uh-huh.
the happy birthday song at a restaurant.
Yeah.
But so he stepped down from the
shit.
game, or he stepped down from the company entirely.
From being producer of
Oh.
Guilty Gear.
Yeah, so
And
he's
so,
not working
yeah,
at Ark
so,
anymore.
yeah,
He's still
he'll-
there, but
He'll probably just be an exec.
he's probably not taking a reduction in pay. He's
Right.
just
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, and he'll probably
moving.
move on to other projects.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean that's the thing when you have things coming out like, and especially coming straight out of Arc System Works house, like DNF, like Melty,
straight out of Arxis.
You know,
Dude,
that's
everything.
good. I like that.
All fighting games are art now.
You know, I mean,
Oh,
seriously,
yeah.
they finally this is their time in the sun, and
Really.
so you know, I'm sure they're looking at it. It's like, okay, like you know, how do we keep Guilty Gear as exciting? Because it is the #1 fighting game right now. You know, until Street
That's
Fighter
pretty
6
awesome.
drops, and then that's gonna fuck up the entire landscape. But you know, I think it might have been a good move. It'll be an interesting decision because that also means that maybe Soul Bad Guy won't be so OP.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's like that George Costanza thing, man. Just leave when you're on a good note.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah, people like to wait till they're like Yoshinori Ono. And
Yeah.
everybody's like, get the fuck out of the company.
He's like, oh,
you know what I'm
no.
saying? Quit fucking it up, man. You know, but Blanca.
Oh
Like,
no! Oh
you know?
no!
Oh no!
That's it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, so this is a bit of news that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah,
I think this
cards.
is particularly funny. It doesn't just apply to NVIDIA.
I didn't
it's
know if
AMD
we were
as
gonna
well.
add. But I didn't know how to approach this one.
I wanted to talk about it just because of a couple of things. So this all starts by me walking into Walmart and seeing an entire case full of RTX 3070s, and I was like,
it's all good stories, dude.
what the fuck is this? I haven't seen a video card that wasn't baseline bullshit
Like, in
in
the
a
wild.
physical
Yeah.
store in 2 years.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? And so I'm sitting there looking at this thing and going like, no way, they actually have them. And I looked up the price. It's an Accelerate card. It was I guess a PNY. I think that's the so it's not the base version. It's the little bit, you know, pre-overclocked version or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're pretty much the same price that they're going for.
$6.99 or $5.99.
It was $5.99.
$5.99,
Yeah, and I think they're like $5.80 on Amazon, and that is MSRP. Like
Right.
that, like, you know, $600 is MSRP. So I was like, okay, well, that's amazing. You can actually go buy a video card and not have to fight somebody about it.
Yeah.
And then I started looking into it a little more because, you know, there's a whole bunch of controversy happening right now because the used market is being flooded with video cards because the crypto market has crashed again.
Yep.
And because of that crash in the crypto market, we're getting a whole bunch of used, like heavily used cards on there.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people out in the world going, hey, don't buy a used video card because
Yeah.
these motherfuckers will put on there like new because it looks like new.
looks like
nobody's
No, they
nobody's
won't.
Right.
But it's been yeah.
it's been beaten to death by crypto for
Yeah.
a year. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Plus, just don't support crypto bros.
Well,
Yeah,
well, sure. Yeah, like don't even give them the rebate on the shit that they had to buy to make their
fuck no.
crypto. No, don't even do it. Yeah. Buy a new card if you're gonna buy one. But new cards, the next series, the 4000 series, is gonna be coming out like real soon. I'm surprised they haven't already announced the Lovelace chip and all that stuff.
Right.
It's gonna be a significant upgrade. NVIDIA though is having a real big issue because I think they expected shit to go like it has been going, where they can continue to bump up MSRP and they can continue to get pretty much whatever the fuck they put on it because people need it for crypto. Oh, I need it. And then the other people who actually need a video card for games or for work or this kind of thing are fighting the folks that are basically, you know, ruining the video card industry, just so they can get a card that they need for everyday use, you know?
Right.
That's not the case anymore.
Right.
That NVIDIA has actually ran into a new problem, which is that demand is super low right now.
Yeah.
You know, there are all the people like us that are like, yeah, that'd be cool to buy a video card, but we've been sitting around. Well, like you got a pre-built PC, you know, and that 1080 Ti is gonna last you. You know what I mean? I got a 1080 that's still it's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't need new video cards.
Right.
And they've made video cards that are so solid over the past couple of years that if you have anything 1080 and up, you're doing fine.
Doing okay.
Yeah, you're doing perfectly
just
fine. And you know, we've also been in the mindset of like, well, I'm never gonna get a card ever again, so we're just dealing with it, right?
Also, we're in a fucking recession.
We're in a recession, so now all of a sudden Nvidia's like, oh no, we can't just make all this money anymore. So there's a strong possibility that these next cards that come out are not going to raise MSRP. Like they're actually going to have to stay at the same price that the 3000 series came out with, so that they can even fucking sell them.
Wow.
Because people spending $1,000 on a graphics card is not what anybody wants. You know, like unless you're buying a professional grade card or unless you're doing some serious work, $1,000 is stupid.
I don't know. I think all we have to do is release them in limited quantities. That's all you got to do is let people know that there are only a few of them initially, and then everybody's going to gobble them up. Because I mean, you still have those people who are just all about
the latest and greatest. Or?
Yes, right. It's all about latest and greatest, but it's also all about telling people that they have the latest and greatest. That's the biggest shit. Like, oh my God, I see how this runs in your computer. You should see it on my computer. It's just like, God damn it. Man.
Yeah, I got it.
You know, I mean, it's very real.
Yeah, totally.
You know, and those bastards will be the ones that'll still buy it just so they can tell people that they have it.
Just because they want to flex.
Just because they want to flex, man. That's.
Well,
PC
they're gonna
Master
sell it.
Race didn't come out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
There's a reason.
Yeah, right. And so, like, while I'm very hopeful that you're accurate, I'm just.
I mean, that's not my speculation, though.
Yeah.
This is like financial reports and things speculating,
it would
being
make
like
sense.
NVIDIA can't do this shit any longer. They can't.
Right.
They're not going to sell cards if they keep them at this MSRP and then release new ones because the crypto bros aren't buying them up.
Right.
You know, they're going to sell. They're going to sell to those first adopters, like you're talking about, and then they're going to have a whole bunch of shit that sits on shelves. Sits on shelves.
That is kind of a
Jesus.
That's a dick. Sits on shelves.
Sits on shelves.
It shits on the shelves.
Yes, NVIDIA shits on the
It
shelves.
shits in cells. I mean, that works too. All right, 3090.
Yeah, right.
4000 series. What do you want, huh? You do this all day.
Shit in crypto over here. But
shit in blockchain. Damn. Sounds like a bad one, boy.
At least we make each other laugh.
That's right.
That's what that is.
Thank you for putting up with us.
I'm really thank you guys. Yeah, like, share, subscribe.
Indeed, yeah.
Let other people realize how silly we are. I'm looking forward to the next series. That's probably going to be when I upgrade to a new card. You know what I mean? I still don't want to spend more than about $6 or so for a card though, and that's for getting one of the high end ones. Like I don't, you know, I can't fuck around with no $1,000-$1,200 card.
No, hell no.
I can't fuck around like that.
It's just not that deep.
No,
you know, like presently, it's just not that deep.
Yeah, if I can,
especially if you already have a PS5 as well, it's
right,
just like, okay, I'll be playing over here.
No, the only time that's worth it is when you're making money off of doing that shit. You know, but even just having a little bit of a bump would help me out. So I just want Red Dead at 4K 60, man. That's all I want at this point.
Oh my god, dude! Just imagining that, I want it so bad.
Oh damn it! Why do I keep doing this?
I don't know.
Staff.
Boy.
It's your time. Hold on.
Hold on.
They're giving Scott the vapors over here.
Dude,
he's got the vapors.
You don't understand. I had given up on this. I had completely given up on this. So let me say. So what's happening is Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt a Trigger, or not, it was a Gainax property, but it was done by Hiroyuki Imaishi, which is Trigger.
You got it, Desmond. Use your words. Use your words.
But Hiroyuki Imaishi is like he's one of the founders of Trigger. He pretty much is Trigger. He if you don't know, obviously he did Gurren Lagann and just pretty much everything early at Trigger.
Kill la Kill
and and stuff like that. But this was one of those shows that kind of flew on the radar, but if you did see it and you did like it, you fucking love it. It is one of the most lewdest, the crudest, most just trying to poke you in the sensibilities, but it's absolutely
Is that where
hilarious.
It's trying to poke you?
Yeah, it's trying to poke you. Trying to poke you in a lot of different places.
You're getting poked in a lot of places.
Some but it is absolutely hilarious. I love the show, and it had one season.
It's hilarious.
It ended on a cliffhanger, and then we never got anything else.
Well,
and that's the thing is like the way I have to bounce around this.
Was this a manga first?
No.
Okay.
This is completely original. This is all out of Imaishi's head.
Have you ever seen any of it?
I want to go fucking wild.
It's something, man.
So
he showed it to me one night. I was
praise,
like,
I know that.
What? It's definitely entertaining.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But the way it ends on a very I don't want to say like heartbreaking because we haven't had a second season for almost 12 years kind of cliffhanger because
It's been 12 years?
It's been 12 years since
wow.
since
I guess it was before he established Trigger.
Well,
right?
because this is a Gainax property.
Right.
And that's why they didn't do anything else with it because right after he did this, he formed Trigger.
Move Studios.
Yeah. And so they Trigger had a panel up at for Anime Expo this past week, and they for their 10th anniversary of the studio, they announced season 2. And people who have watched the first season and love the first season, this blew our fucking minds. Like, I was at work just kind of having a normal day this morning, put on a video that was just kind of talking about some anime news, heard this, and like just what no hold on, like, dude,
sometimes it's your turn, man.
Sometimes it's just
It's
your
your
turn,
turn,
man. I'm so fucking happy about this. I love this show so much. And again, just talking 12 years waiting on this fucking cliffhanger to resolve.
Crazy.
And I was just, again, I had given up. I was just like, I'm never getting the second season. That's fine. I got the first season. And funny enough, I keep bringing up the cliffhanger, but I would not be surprised if the first episode they were just like, yeah, that didn't happen, because this show, it has a through line, it has a narrative through line, but it is also very episodic at the same time. And of course, Imaishi's just gonna do whatever the fuck he wants anyway.
They're just gonna forget about that.
Yeah, they'll just, or maybe they'll just like mention it and like resolve it within the first 5 minutes.
And for you all who don't know, and I expect a lot of people don't know, that is panty on the left, and that is stocking on the right.
Yeah.
Garter belt is not shown.
Garter belt.
These are actually the name of characters, not just what's featured
Garter
in the
belt
show.
is very Samuel Jackson-esque priest.
Of course he is.
You know, and then they have their little pet that looks like the little robot disguised as a doll. Yeah, Gur character.
That it right there?
No. That's just Stocking's stuffed animal.
It'd be like
goth ass stuffed animal because she's a goth.
And the animation doesn't look anything like what we're seeing right now.
Only sometimes. Only sometimes.
Right, yeah.
During the transformation scenes, they kind of pulls that shit.
Yeah.
Out. Yeah.
No, it looks more like
Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
Well, it's very Western inspired.
Right.
Like
okay.
a lot of the references they make, like their little nerdy dude. I don't want to say friend because they're always
that poor guy.
Yeah, his name Brief, but he's kind of designed like a shitty Ghostbuster.
I
see why you love this.
And all he wants is to get him some panty.
Well,
or are they trying to get? They just gonna play with him, right?
He's just kind of there.
He never actually gets laid. He just kind of. Does he? Oh wow, really? Okay, so where do we find Penny and Stocking? Because I saw it on YouTube.
Is it not on Crunchy?
It's not. I don't think it's on Crunchy. The new season's probably going to end up on Crunchy, so I wouldn't be surprised if they put it on Crunchyroll. It might actually be on Crunchyroll now because when I watched it the first time, I was watching it on Funimation, and Funimation got absorbed into Crunchyroll.
Okay.
So they've been sporadically putting out all of these shows that were only on Funimation. They've actually expanded their library a lot recently just by putting out old shit.
So it might be. But
it might
probably
be.
Not.
It might be, but you can just watch it on YouTube.
Okay.
Right.
You can watch the whole thing. The whole series is up. So, yeah, it's lewd, it's crude, it's rad, dude.
Are you a bad enough dude?
Are you a bad enough? You're not. But, yeah, Penny and Stocking with Garter Belt, Season 2, got announced. I can't fucking wait. Oh, my God.
Kind
oh,
of
my
amazing.
God, I can't wait.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God, I can't wait.
God, I can't wait.
Yeah, it looks like that's the only place because it was on Funimation, but it's not coming up on Crunchy.
Okay, like I said, once we get closer to Season 2, they'll probably throw that up.
Put it all.
Yeah, if they don't throw it up earlier, I wouldn't be surprised.
So I just realized I didn't watch this trailer.
Oh no, you didn't.
Oh wow, really?
I just saw that it existed. I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
we're in
cool.
trailers now, guys.
And then just went.
Okay, well, I mean, we can kind of flit through these trailers, keep them quick. This is going to be a new animated movie featuring Batman's son. That's
Damian
actually
Wayne.
Damian Wayne on the right side, and
Crazy.
then Robin.
Yeah.
And it's so weird because they kind of show you Batman and Superman, and they're like really
they're being buddies. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're friends.
They're friends enough.
They're friends enough,
But they seem like they're like really good. Kind of like Rom and Beam, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're like,
nah, they ain't that good friends.
Nobody's
that good
it's
of
like,
friends.
Robin's over here, he throws a batarang at Damian Wayne,
Yeah.
and Damian gets hit in the head. He's just like, oh, well, he's not invulnerable. And then, Superman's like, reminds me of someone that I knew, and Bruce Wayne's like, oh, well, my aim was better. You know what I mean? That's cheesy as fuck.
No, I was
yeah, right? Like, it's super cheeseball. But once they start showing what Damian and...
Damian is Robin.
Uh-huh.
And then I don't know who.
Wait, no, I thought Damian was
no
the kid on
Damian
the
Wayne.
right.
It's Damian Wayne because that's
I know,
Bruce's son, and
right.
that's the new Robin.
Right,
He's been
but
Robin
Superman
for a
came
while.
in and he was like, "Hey, here's my son. Here's Damian Wayne."
His son is
and
like
then,
John something. I don't remember.
So
what
wait,
he's
John
is
Superman.
that actually Superman's kid then?
Yes.
Okay, so I misread
Superman
that.
and Lois's.
Okay,
kid.
I misread when I
Yeah.
watched. It was super late when I watched this trailer.
Yeah.
And so,
Because Damian Wayne has been
that
Robin
makes
for
way
a
more
while,
sense.
'cause
Exactly.
That's Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul's son.
That makes more sense because I thought that they were introducing the kid on the right to Robin, and then whatever. And I was like, "What the fuck is Superman even there?" And then he's wearing the Superman suit, which all of this makes sense now.
Yeah.
But then I'm like,
Superman suit. Those look like some Superman jammies.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Still got an S on the chest. You know what I'm saying? Got an S on the chest. But no, okay, so I was absolutely mistaken about this because it didn't make any goddamn sense, and now it makes sense to me. And so we do have Soup's kid, and I guess his powers will come out as we're going on the adventure.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't seem to have any powers initially.
Well, yeah, or at least they're not as potent as Superman's.
Well, of course not. But I mean, they don't really display those.
They don't really display him.
They just show him following Robin around. Robin's a man with a plan. And he's just like, but then at one point he's like, okay, we got to go save our dads.
Mm-hmm.
So something's gonna happen, and I wonder if it's gonna be Batman and Superman setting
the
the whole
Star?
thing up. Starro's back.
Starro's back.
It's Starro's the big bad.
And they
because he like vomits up the stars and they go into people's faces.
Yeah,
that was kind of lit.
Yeah,
that was kind of lit.
Well, DC animated shit tends to be good. I mean, there's some stinkers in there, but when they are good, they are good. So I mean, I hope,
especially because they had that one
hopefully
part. Was
optimistic.
that Talia al Ghul? It was like some woman who was like running down the hallway. Was it?
Was it Wonder Woman?
It may have been Wonder Woman. She's like running, and then she yaks up the star,
Mm-hmm.
and then it like attaches to her face, like that, like at a full speed run. Like that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks like it might be kind of hype.
Looks good.
Might be kind of hype. What you got?
No, well, I was looking up his name because I couldn't remember it. But when you were talking about him learning his powers, it made me think of that Harvey Birdman episode where Peanut is just getting powers, and he's like in the bathroom stall over there going like, zzz, zzz, oh yeah, zzz, zzz, like he's like, hey, are you experimenting with your powers in there? He's like, leave me alone.
How fun that would be, man. God. You know, be like, shit, dude, I could just zap the TV. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Change the channel. Yeah, so that's a movie coming out. This is big news.
Another
this
thing
is
that
crazy.
they
Can we
announced.
not we were having this talk after one Drunken Monks cast. It was like super late, maybe like 6 in the morning. We were playing Melty. And
we were talking about the movie, right?
Well, I was talking about something that needs to come back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
We were just talking about anime, and I was like, Trigun.
Yeah.
Trigun.
You know what I'm saying?
They made that film like maybe 5 years ago or so, you know, and I never watched that one. I still haven't seen it.
I want to watch that. But this is a brand, again, something they announced at Anime Expo this past week. So Trigun Stampede, and this is going to be, it's an all-new movie.
It's like flashback, right? Like Kid Vash.
I'm not sure. We were talking about this too. It seems like there's some prequel stuff, but it also seems like some of the prequel stuff is totally the shit that they showed at the end of the original series.
Right.
So maybe they're just making it a bit more chronological.
I mean,
we don't know whether this is.
My theory is that they're showing the reason why Vash doesn't pull his fucking gun out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I'll never kill again.
That's because
straight Rurouni
Vash.
Kenshin.
The thing with Vash is he had a past.
Oh, he had a past.
And he fucked some shit up. So I'm thinking that maybe this is that. But that's me just theorizing from what I see from the trailer.
And in case you don't know what Trigun is, it's the wackiest Mad Max you'll ever see.
Absolutely.
And it's wonderful.
It's so good.
And
so
Vash is such a good character.
Good soundtrack. I love the insurance adjuster ladies. They're awesome.
Dude.
Oh yeah. And this is what studio?
Those ladies in my heart.
What studio is doing this?
I don't remember.
Them?
Yeah. Decipher that. I think it's Studio Orange is involved.
Okay.
Yes, Studio Orange.
But I can't remember because it's a couple of different studios.
Right.
Well, I'm about it.
Me too.
We also should watch that other Trigun movie. See what we think about that. I recently watched through like maybe the first half of Trigun just because I was trying to find anime I could watch with Iana, and I was like, okay, whatever.
You can watch Trigun.
Trigun's solid. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, and she thought it was real silly, so you know.
That's good because it is real.
Because it's real silly. That's right.
Yeah, it's going to be produced by Toho and Studio Orange.
Okay. Toho. Yeah, I thought I saw that.
Yeah.
All right. So, new
shit.
Trigun movie
New Trigun.
coming out.
Oof, that's a win.
Yeah, absolutely a win, dude.
I hope they keep the intro theme because that shit's so hot.
Oh yeah.
Avatar Reckoning. Hey, this looks like shit.
Yeah.
It's an MMO shooter
mobile game.
Yeah.
Based in the Avatar universe.
You know, it's so weird that they always keep trying to drum up this Avatar hype that exists somewhere.
Somewhere?
I don't know where it exists.
There are
though.
people.
Yeah, apparently there are a lot of them.
Where are these people?
Where are these people? Because I don't know any of them. I don't know anybody who's like, dude, I'm so psyched for some new Avatar. You know what we really need right now? We need some more Avatar.
The most that I've heard anybody be like is, hey, cool, new Avatar. That's about as far as it's going.
When we had like 3D television, it was just like, okay, yeah, Avatar will look really nice on these.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
about as far as
it
was.
It became like tech demo.
Well, what it became is what Independence Day became when DVDs came out.
Oh damn!
It's the movie
the thing you put on the TV.
Put on the TV.
That's what you call attract mode right there. That's attract mode.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
That's spot on. That really is spot on, dude.
Really, you nailed it, bro.
Because like in 1996, if you walked into a Circuit City, you were seeing the fucking White House getting blown up
every time.
You were like, whoa, it looks so good.
Shit, under that TV.
Yeah, 480p's amazing.
That is Avatar's legacy. You are just like ID4.
Man, I don't really like Avatar.
I've watched it. It was beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's good. Like,
there's a lot going on, right?
It's a technical. Okay, hey. Now since we're saying this thing, right, because it's like hyper animated and whatever. God, I know the answer to the question. The answer to the question is no. But I still want to have the conversation. Is RRR anime?
Oh. No, but it's
is
real close.
RRR
It's real
anime.
damn close.
Do you know how much of that movie is animated? You know, like seriously.
Yeah.
So I mean,
It could.
and it follows a lot of anime like sensibilities, like
Right.
I mean,
yeah, hey,
and then
the
if you
power
show
of
any
friendship,
power of fucking friendship,
you
and if
know.
you show any anime fan RRR, they're sold.
Oh yeah.
They're sold immediately.
It makes me. It really makes. Like you got to watch that JoJo's live action movie.
Okay.
Like,
All right, that's
like
what's up.
Dude,
there's
it's
so
so
much
good.
RRR in
Oh.
that they have in common.
I'm in.
You
Yeah.
know, like
Right.
so.
I'm in.
And I would strongly consider that so anime adjacent that it's
It's
like
hard,
it's in
yeah.
it's in the fringe. Okay,
Right.
like it's at
'Cause
least
we watched RRR again. You know, baby girl hadn't seen it before, so we
Yeah.
watched him for her first time. This makes time 3 for me.
Damn.
And I was just sitting there,
Gotcha.
and I was watching. I'm like, God,
It's
like,
it really is anime.
it's like, God damn, it's so anime.
yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
so fucking anime.
Uh-huh.
But it's not anime, and I know that it's not anime.
Yeah.
But is it anime? Like I just.
Hey man, open the gates.
Yeah,
Everything is
You
anime.
know, well, the criteria just has to shift.
exactly,
You know, like,
exactly.
you know, it's not just about the animation studio being in Japan anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
That's what just
It's
happened.
not even about whether or not it's animated.
Well,
It's
but
just
there's a
like-
lot of it that's animated. You know, there's a
True.
lot that's animated,
Yeah.
and so like I don't know how much.
the real question is Who Framed Roger Rabbit
But-
anime?
Well,
Moving on. So
Didn't have much to say
there's
about Avatar.
no, I'm sorry, man. That,
Hey,
that
that-
trailer looked like trash.
but
for
that
for
ended
that
up being a
game.
much more interesting conversation
than
than I
us
expected
talking
from
about
that.
bad mobile games.
Yes,
yeah, that was
absolutely.
way more fun.
That was good.
So-
This looks okay.
This looks like it could be
I
fine.
don't know shit about MHA. You know,
I
I just
like-
know they have cool powers. That's about all I know.
I like my Pico Academia.
Yeah,
I love
I-
MHA,
I can
man.
just
It's
see-
like-
It's good. I like it. I like it well enough.
You
I'm
should
just,
you should
I'm just not
you
caught
should
up.
start Iana on it.
Okay.
She would really like it.
I
Yeah.
think she'd dig it.
Yeah.
She would
Okay.
really like it, and it's not super long.
Okay.
Like Naruto's a major investment, right? You know, but it's still one that you need to just do. But this being
It's not
shorter,
long yet.
you know, well, there's no filler.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like
wait, MHA doesn't
everything-
have filler
right?
episodes?
Like
Not
everything. You know, well, you may have one or two that are like mixed canon.
Man, I know they
you
went to
know,
the beach. I know they
but
went to
you
the
know,
beach.
but right, but then something will pop
Everybody
off.
goes to the beach.
But something will pop off at the beach, or they'll be like,
Okay,
"Oh,
okay,
it's Christmas," you know, but
Yeah.
some shit pops off.
Okay, yeah.
And so, yeah, like this being a battle royale,
Yeah, it's a team battle
team
royale.
battle royale.
That looks like
You're
it'll
in
work.
teams of 3.
right? Yeah,
It's because it's kind of a hero shooter battle royale, right?
Exactly.
You know?
and you can actually play as All Might. And,
Yeah.
for those of us who know, yeah, that's a big deal, and so that's really really cool. I wanna see. God damn it, not Recipro. What's the new number 1? What's his name?
I told you, man. I'm not caught up.
Oh,
After-
yeah, you know,
All for one.
no, All for One is All Might. Oh no, One for All.
One for all.
One for All is All Might.
See,
All
I
for
haven't
One, not
watched
him.
it. I haven't watched it
all.
after the All Might and All for One.
God damn it,
Like,
dude.
so I'm behind.
Right,
Yeah.
Shoto's dad, man. Shoto.
Oh, you talking about Endeavor?
Endeavor.
Endeavor.
I want to play as
You
Endeavor.
mean Fire Mustache?
Yes. I want to
Okay,
play
so
as
it's a dude where
Endeavor.
all of his hair on, like, is it all of the
Yeah,
hair on his
he
body?
controls fire, and so
Yeah.
all of his hair. Well, he just manifests that
He
shit
just-
because it looks
yeah,
badass.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he does that. Like he has all of his hair is fire, and his mustache is fire.
That's dope.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
dope as
Beard.
fuck, dude.
Yeah.
He's dope as fuck.
He's like the heat
And
miser,
so-
but anime status.
Oh man,
You know,
he's a bastard.
you know what I think would be
but he's very efficient. He's very good at his job.
Absolutely.
He gets it done.
What's her name?
Who?
Moe?
Who?
The girl that can create anything.
Oh, you're
like
talking
from-
about her Creati is her
Yeah.
is her name.
But she just pulls everything out of
Yao
her body.
Ruzu.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a
Yeah.
cumbersome ass name.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, Yo Rizu. That's what it is.
Yaozu.
Yo Rizu.
Yeah. That would be
Mhm.
interesting to see her in this. I was
Yeah.
telling him they're not going to do it because I don't even know how they would do it. But
the
what is it,
invisible girl.
Toru?
Oh, the Invisible
Toru-
Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could totally do that if there's a radar. If you have a radar on the screen, then she could work. You know.
Well, yeah, but I
Um,
mean, like, what? They just animate gloves and shoes?
Probably.
I mean,
yeah.
yes.
Or maybe she can even take those off because she's naked as fuck.
Yeah.
And then seeing Pinky would be really really
Team
cool.
Pinky would be good. Yeah.
Seeing like Uraraka, like making
Yeah.
people lighter or making things lighter.
Yeah.
It all depends on how the quirks
What's up with
interact
Captain
with one
Falcon
another.
here?
That's All Might.
That's the guy you're talking about.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah, that's the
He's
man.
the number one hero.
Okay.
He is the man. So,
I mean, he looks like Captain
So you
Falcon.
have him. You have Byakugo over to the Bakugo. He's Bakugo. I always get that confused with Byakugan. But Bakugo is on the right side, who is the rival to Midoriya in the front. So All Might finds Midoriya and we'll just say trains him.
Okay.
Right. Midoriya was born. Everyone in this era is born with a quirk. And you know
Most-
you have
I
one
know a
if
little
you
bit
have
about that.
6 toes,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And so, you know, if they only have 5 toes, that
Yeah.
means you probably don't have one,
Yeah.
and you're quirkless. And,
Quirkless.
yeah, right? And that's, like, the worst thing ever. Because some of these quirks are just,
Don't
like...
be quirkless now.
I mean, seriously.
Don't be.
Because now you're not special. Like, you're, like, super normal.
Yeah.
Like, you're, like, super normie. And so, poor Midoriya was born without a quirk.
Okay.
And so he ends up getting a quirk and learning to control it. It's a bit much for his body, and so he has to train and train and train. But the well keeps getting deeper and deeper with him and what his abilities actually are. And I believe that Midoriya was born with a quirk, and that his quirk is
And he
something
just got
else.
awakened.
Well, I think that his quirk is just something else,
Okay.
and I think that it'll come.
I'll
up
have
a little
to
bit later. We'll talk about it.
kind of work out a schedule where I'm watching like 1 or 2 episodes a week just to get caught up.
It's just fun, man.
Yeah, like I said, I've
we
never had a
have
problem with
good
the
time
show. I'm just
playing
not
it.
caught up.
Yeah.
But this looks like it could be a good time.
Yeah,
yeah.
It'll all be about how those quirks interact with one another.
Yeah.
You know, because if we don't have Uraraka like making people lighter, you know, or
Yeah.
things like that, then it's just like what's the point? You
Yeah,
know, they're going to be
absolutely.
clear winners and queer losers,
Oh.
clear losers in that regard.
Yeah.
And I don't know, because everybody's just going to be like, I'm just going to be Shoto.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Yeah, it's just going to be a race to get to Shoto.
Yeah.
You know, so you know.
Anyway.
Yeah, sorry, I'm looking up
That's coming.
something for future.
Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones. Hey,
That's a trailer.
do you want to play an overly realistic Sea of Thieves?
Pirate game where there's no swashbuckling or you can't raid ships. Well, you can,
Really?
but it's like a CG cutscene. Yeah, the hard part about this is that they showed us their systems and they showed us their gameplay. But not once do you see a pirate walking around in a city, which is a bad deal. You know, this is a pirate camp.
Pirates
I'm like,
don't belong in cities.
no, man. He's like, okay, well, this is a giant camp for pirates. I'm like, okay, that sucks. You're not gonna make it out of there.
You
You're
get
gonna die.
stabbed up.
Exactly. You're getting shanked on. The water physics look fine.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
control the ship apparently.
But none of it looks as good as fucking Black Flag.
No, none of it looks as good as that. None
Y'all
of
did
it-
this,
I
like-
think Sea of Thieves looks better.
Sea
in
of
a lot
Thieves
regards
and
as
Black
well,
Flag look
you
better
know?
than this,
And
yeah.
I think that they're trying to do too much with all these systems. Now this is Ubisoft, so I mean, Black Flag was their shit, so they should be able to capitalize on that legacy knowledge. However, I think this game gonna flop.
I think it's gonna flop. I think it's
flop
gonna
like
suck.
fish. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It looks good, but you can tell it looks trailer good. You know what I'm saying? Like we're showing you.
Yeah, because I mean, the trailer we watched, there wasn't a bit of gameplay.
Oh no,
in
no,
there. That was cinematic.
we were watching the
Yeah.
cinematic trailer.
Oh,
but
okay.
I have seen some of the clips of the gameplay too.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I know what you're talking about. But like, yeah, no, it looks half baked, and for something that's been in the works for like 8-10 years, this does not look as
Right.
good as
I'm
it
like,
should.
and who wants to be a pirate who doesn't do the pirate shit?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
not trying to be the honorable captain that's, and I knew it the second I saw it. I was watching it with Elise and I was like, crafting. I was like, here it comes, crafting. And that's the whole thing. You're going out gathering resources, and then you're crafting gear, you're crafting, you know, your cosmetics.
It's No Man's Sky on a boat.
I was like, bro, you
Fuck
know,
off.
I was like, so all the best part about
No
piracy,
Man's Sea. That's what
you
it is.
know,
It's
for
No Man-
real. It's like, okay, now when does the slave trade DLC come out?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when does this get good? You know?
That chattel DLC.
Right.
Right.
You can't just be like piracy without encompassing everything that
right.
piracy means. That's
Come
like
on.
being Vikings, right?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We can't be Vikings without like doing some goddamn pillaging.
That's right.
boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be feared. And so, like, I don't know who this is for, man. If you just want to have a boat sim, not even a sim.
Just go.
Not
I
even
mean,
a
but yeah, but
like
I'd rather
a
play Battle
strategy.
Wake. I'd
Yeah,
rather play,
right.
you know, like we said, Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, they have
Black
like
Flag,
conversations that you can have, and then you can piss people off, and they might attack.
Yeah.
But there's no like actually grounded combat. Because I'm sitting here thinking like, wow, y'all should have gotten together with the Hellish Cart guys and been like, here, let us use this combat engine and put it into our pirate game, and then all of a sudden we just win. You know, like, but that's not what's happening. And so
get that deadly combat.
Oh God, that would be amazing. That'd be. Oh, that actually saw a patch recently.
Yeah, I know.
I know. We got to jump back on there.
Yeah. Did they add characters?
They tweaked certain characters. I don't think they added. Now they've added since we've played for sure.
Yeah.
You know, but they added a fencing like costume. And and they're leaning kind of more towards like fencing rules. If you want to use those, like you can actually turn. What's the acronym for the fencing league? HEMA. That's it. Thank you.
Yay!
My dude, man, stay on it, boy.
Anyway.
But yeah, and so they added that along with practice swords as well.
What is it? It's historical European martial arts.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yay! I know some things sometimes.
On it. And so but Skull and Bones. Hey. I mean, you might be into it. Watch the trailer for yourself.
You might really be into it.
It might be your shit, and if it is, hey, let us know in the comments.
Yep.
Yeah.
Clerks
3 is finally coming out.
Fucking Clerks 3. Wow. And this one, they're going back to the roots, and they're getting real meta about it because apparently it's about making clerks,
right?
But their own version.
I'm being like, God, man, we're so sick of movies. Movies suck. You know, we're getting older,
and they're definitely sick of movies.
Exactly. And they're like, yeah, okay, well, maybe you should make a movie, bro. And he's like, oh my God, you're absolutely right. I'm gonna make a movie. And then he starts doing all the shit. I'm not even supposed to be here today.
I'm about it, man. I'm about it, man.
And they even they're like tongue in cheek, and they're referencing the secret ending to Clerks, where Dante actually dies. Yeah. You know, where he actually wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah. Well, this is literally the story of Kevin Smith making Clerks.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, and that's what we've always known it was going to be.
I'm about it.
Yeah,
I love that one line in the thing where he was like, "Oh, but no, we don't want him to die because then we need to set up for a sequel." He's like, "Sequels? I'm not a hack." and then Kevin Smith's like, "Over there." No, man, this is solid.
This looks like this is probably going to be good. I mean, I've enjoyed both of the Clerks movies.
Yeah, me too.
You know,
I love
first one's super classic, man.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, well, the second one
is
surprisingly good.
Yeah, and well, I mean, Rosario Dawson's amazing.
Right.
Like, she can step into anything and make you love it.
Right,
so,
absolutely.
You know.
And then it's just a matter of Kevin Smith, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude does
awesome,
some
man.
great writing and. Just over the course of his career, he's just done some great shit.
Yeah, and he loves what he does.
Yeah,
too, you know?
has fun with it.
Yeah.
So
No, these boys looking old though.
Because they are.
Because they are. Yeah, exactly.
What do you want?
I'm just saying. Looking old.
They were old when we were young.
Grandpa Dante over here.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to see this. I don't know if I'll go to the theater to see it.
I'm watching that at home. With
I'd much rather. Yeah, I'd much rather.
You gotta be smoking.
That's why you go to the dollar theater because they don't give a fuck.
Because they don't give a fuck. Like people who would like put blunt smoke in a cup. You ever hear about that? Then they would take their straw and just sip on it.
This ain't a thing.
This is a real thing. That was a real fucking thing, bro. It's a real thing. I would love to say that it wasn't. But it shouldn't be. But that was a real thing.
Walking through the front door with a big gulp with a little bit of coming out of the
wisp
top.
Coming out of the top.
Hey, what's up with that? It's really hot. I don't just walk into the theater.
Now you go to the festival or what is it now? The Edge.
Oh yeah.
They don't question it.
They don't give
They're
shit.
like, just come on, man. Just don't kill nobody. Please, just don't stab nobody. Just come on.
As long as we're cordial, you can bring anything you want.
I remember one time I went, man, and there were like a whole bunch of folks, and they were like hooded out, and they were just there and loud, and nobody was trying to watch a movie, whatever. And this one dude walks in. There were like cops at the front door. And this dude got a ticket. And he walked in and looked around, and he turned back around and said, "Nope," and walked out. And the cop was just like, "That's right, buddy."
Yeah.
I died, man. I was like, holy shit, man. It was so fucking funny. He looked around. He's like,
Nope.
I forgot. It was some horror movie that came out. And I'm like, dude.
Was it Nope?
Nah. That would have been funny. But no, I don't know what it was. But it was a whole bunch of people who weren't even going to the movies. They were just hanging out there.
Yeah.
You know, had their cars out and speakers bumping and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why that was a spot to be, but it was.
Yeah. It's like a Walmart parking lot. And,
or Taco
you're
Bell
like,
parking
what the
lot.
fuck's happening?
Like, why is it Taco Bell, man? Like, what? For real, dude. Anyway.
Oh.
Yeah. Was that it?
Happened here? No. That,
Oh,
that was
no,
not
we
it.
got Binary
It's being
Star.
weird.
Oh, dude. I can't
Okay.
wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah. So watching the
I
little
don't-
gameplay thing in this, it looks a little basic.
It looks very basic. I almost don't want it to happen.
Like
I do. I can't wait for it.
Uh,
I can't wait.
I mean,
I
they.
hope
I've
you're
already,
right.
I've
I
already
think
pre-ordered.
I think this could be really
and
good.
I don't pre-order. I don't pre-order. I don't buy collector's editions. I
well,
already pre-ordered
but you're fanboying. See, that's
I
the
am.
thing.
I am.
Right.
You're right.
Right. You know,
You're
I'm
right.
looking at it from a
I want-
purely technical
Yeah, you're right.
standpoint. I'm like,
It looks basic,
it looks really
but it doesn't
basic.
look trash. It just looks basic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the animations aren't really that great.
Yeah.
The models are okay.
Yeah.
Like the environments are okay.
I want that
And then I'm
story.
like, where's? I mean, right.
I do think
that's
they
what
were
that's gonna be
aiming
everything.
towards the Switch.
And
for this one.
then
they really
right,
were,
it,
you know?
it looks like it.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm like, where's Bondrude, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, or will there be a unique villain? Because they'll have to do something.
You talking about
you know.
Bertrude?
Man,
about
Bondrude.
Bertrude?
Bertrude.
Oh no, respect Bondrude, man.
Bondrude.
Bondrude is that
Awesome
character.
Dom, bro.
I love that character.
Oh, he's
man.
great. He's
I
great.
love him. He,
Yeah,
like
I've
you
loved
said,
all the
magnificent
white
bastard.
whistles so far.
Uh huh.
Like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, they showed Ozen.
Oh
They did
yeah.
show Ozen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
saying they
And
got-
So I
it
wonder how
sounds like
far
they're
into the
getting all the
story this
origin-
is going to go. Is it going to go through season 2? You think, or this is?
I really don't know.
You know?
It's like I would be happier if it told its own story that
well,
existed
I feel like
just
it
outside.
kind of is.
But the way that they're setting it up is like you can go into the abyss and go down there and gather stuff and then bring it back to the surface, which is weird because that would have never been allowed for these kids.
I think it depends. I don't know. I mean, we'll just have to see when it comes out how the Curse of the Abyss works, because it did show a few things.
Oh yeah, if
in
you
the
go too far
trailer.
down, you get the
You
curse
get
does
fucked.
exist.
Yeah. So I mean,
But
'cause-
they've never been allowed to just do that. You know what I'm saying? But they said you can send messages up
No,
via
you
balloon.
can-
That's how you save your games. You send up the balloons
well,
and
they
shit.
they may be ramping up for like the whistle system. You may be able to upgrade your whistles.
So, if you were not any of the main characters, you're just your own group of little kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like maybe that would open up the
Well, you have
possibilities.
those two new guys, which
right.
they are in the manga, and I think you're going to see them in the second season. So I don't know what their deal is.
Right.
Or-
I have so many questions.
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions.
I got you.
And what's our date? You remember?
It's September 2nd.
That sounds accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds accurate. I'm just nervous about it, man, because I know what happens with anime games. You
Yeah.
know, like more often than not, it's more of that cash grab. You know what I'm saying? Not that that's what I think is happening here,
Right.
but that's usually the case.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah, right. And Made in Abyss just means so much.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
no, I
don't-
get
don't-
you.
Don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it
I
up.
think it's gonna be fine. I don't think it's gonna be like this, like super technically impressive. Oh, the mechanics. I mean, it is going. I think the story's going to save it.
Yeah, it is September
Honestly.
2nd.
Yeah.
I'm
And
very
that's
hopeful.
really what I'm personally here for.
Yeah.
Is just to have more. And you're right. I'm probably fanboying out, but I just want more of this world.
Right.
And in whatever way that I can get it.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm stoked. I
So
can't wait. And
we'll definitely see.
again, I don't pre-order. I don't buy collector's
That is
editions.
very interesting that you
But I-
bought. You actually pre-ordered a game. Wait,
Yeah.
did you get the collector's edition?
Yeah, because I
What
want
all
that
comes with
fucking
it?
notebook.
Oh.
With the Switch version, it comes with an actual, like, a bit like Rico's notebook
Uh-huh.
from the movie where she jots down all the shit that she finds in the abyss.
Yeah, as soon as he saw that
It
notebook, he was
comes
like, "Oh,
with
I gotta
that.
have this."
Geeked.
It's
Okay.
like, oh.
And a poster.
And a poster.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How much?
I paid
$79.99.
shit, $98.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. It doesn't come with a figure or anything.
Uh-uh.
Damn, son. That's unfortunate.
Hey, we're back. Okay.
Hey
cool.
man, I'm happy with what I'm getting.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with what I'm getting. I figured it was probably gonna be about 100, because that's usually how much
Usually 79 to 99 is what you're
Yeah.
working with, you
Yeah.
know. But usually 99 is if they actually include like a figure.
Hey,
You know?
I didn't even look at this. How much is that Jotnar edition? That
I
bitch
didn't
is
look
probably
at that either.
$300.
Probably like two. Well, I'd say 179. That's my guess.
$179.
shoot.
That's my guess. What's your guess?
$250.
250. Okay. All right. What's your
No.
guess, Scott?
What'd you guess,
For
Scott?
me?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't getting it.
No.
God damn it! Really?
Okay.
That's not the game we're playing. That's not the game we're playing.
Man.
You're supposed to say $1, Scott.
$1.
There you go.
How much do I think it's gonna be, or how much is it actually worth to me?
That's
savage, man. That's savage. Anyway, we can go to the next trailer.
RoboCop Rogue City.
This looks cool. You
This
said
looks
you actually
fucking
saw a
cool.
trailer with
gameplay.
With gameplay.
Yeah, and this looks cool
goes
to me.
I think I
FPS.
did
Yeah.
too, but I didn't see anything necessarily happening in the gameplay. It
Well,
was just kind of walking
I
around.
mean, I
there.
saw his big ass gun.
Yeah,
I saw
I
him
didn't see
putting
that
holes in folks.
Yeah, he
That's what I
was doing
saw.
all of that. But
Yeah.
my question is there a sprint button?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, man.
You
He's
know
just
what
going
I'm
to... You know how it is?
Dude, if it is, it's just gonna be like a.
It's going to be a little faster
for real,
chunk.
yeah.
Because
It's gonna
RoboCop
be-
don't run.
He don't run, baby.
Yeah,
He
no.
don't run. That's not in the cards.
That's right.
You know, and so and it's really interesting that did we put Terminator right next to this? I think I did that intentionally.
No.
Oh, I didn't
don't
even
think
put
we got-
Terminator on here.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
There
you know,
wasn't
there's
room for
also a
trailers,
trailer
but-
for Terminator, like a survival game that's
Right.
coming out, and I would love for them to set up for another RoboCop versus Terminator.
That'd be cool.
That
Did
would
you
be
did
so
you
good.
play Terminator Resistance?
Yes.
That one's that's what this reminds me of. is
Right.
Terminator Resistance. So I was like,
It
if it's
looks
like
hot.
that, then I'm
It
about
looks
it.
hot, but
Yeah.
RoboCop don't run.
RoboCop's
Like if we're
slow
talking
as
about people
balls.
who are
Yeah.
like, okay,
Uh-huh.
well, Resident Evil is slow in first person, bruh.
Nah, we're gonna need to get this man some robo skates or something because he don't run.
For real.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they got Peter Weller to do all the voice acting and stuff in this too. It sounded like him in the trailer. Like I could be wrong.
It did. But it also was like specifically lines from the movie.
From the movie, yeah.
So I'm like,
Uh-huh.
maybe they did.
Yeah, but
actually
you
get
know
him.
Peter Weller would fucking do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You know he'd
Yeah,
do it.
no
dude.
question.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that we have prices for.
The Jotnar?
Yeah.
Everybody said our estimation is that it will be
Hey guys,
somewhere
we're
between
back.
260
We keep
and
having
300.
internet issues, but
Did we disconnect?
Yeah,
the
we've
full
been
the
disconnected.
full episode
Oh,
will be
I thought we were
available
just
on
breaking up.
YouTube. Check us out there. Later
Yeah.
in the week. Anyways, do we have any more trailers?
Yes.
Because this episode's running long.
Klonoa.
This is just a remaster of Klonoa's 1 and 2.
1 and 2, yeah.
I want it. I never
Yeah.
got to play Klonoa.
And
Those
so,
great
but
games.
the big deal here is if you want more Klonoa,
Buy this.
support this
For real.
or else you won't see it.
Yes.
ever again.
Yes.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you. This is like a test to see if they can potentially.
It's funny
make
because
more Klonoa.
we actually talked about Klonoa last week.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
man.
Yeah.
Telling
So,
you.
Yeah, so
uh,
I'll
we'll
definitely
be on
probably be picking this up.
Yeah,
Trailer
I'm
looks good. It looks
super.
fun.
I'm super interested. You
Yeah.
know, Klonoa is a great series.
Yeah,
like,
and
really,
I,
really good
again,
games.
Yeah, yeah.
I never got to. Never
Oh
got to
really?
play it. Yeah,
Oh,
I've
good for
never
you.
played 'em.
Right on.
Yeah, these
That's
are
like
good,
somebody
man.
who's never played Spyro before. You're
Oh,
like, here's
yeah.
Spyro the Dragon for you.
Yeah,
It's
they're
like,
they're
here's Spyro 2.
yeah,
It's like,
they're-
holy
They're
fuck,
a
really?
similar level of polish and charming, right
Yes,
there. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Klonoa's good, man, and I'd love to see more, happy platformers like we
Absolutely.
used to get. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well,
It's time for brightness, guys.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well,
That's
Lord of the Rings.
brightness.
Gollum, the exact opposite of that. I've been checking this game out for a long time.
Yeah, me too.
I think it could potentially be amazing.
Yeah.
But I also could totally see this game being bad.
yes.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what to think about it.
Kind
Go,
of a mixed
Well,
go
the
check out the
truth
trailer.
Is that Lord of the Rings games actually have a pretty good track record.
They do. Uh-huh.
When it comes to actually delivering good gameplay. So I'm very hopeful.
I mean, both of
Well-
the Shadow games were
Oh
great.
God, they're like
Uh-huh.
top tier. They're amazing. Yeah.
the thing I took from this trailer the most is that other than Gollum's model, they don't really seem to be pulling a lot of inspiration from the movies specifically.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I am all about that.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
know,
They're not
not
trying to
everything
just
ha-
Peter Jackson it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not
Exactly.
everything.
And even
Lord of
Gollum looks a little bit different.
He looks
A
you
little
know?
cartoonier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, is this something that like potentially takes place before the events of the Lord
I
of the
don't
Rings?
know. I don't know.
I think
what
that
time
it is
frame.
before that. You
Yeah.
know, I think this is more like Riddles in the Dark.
Maybe
era.
he's trying. Maybe it takes place somewhere in between Riddles of the Dark and where the Lord of the Rings.
Well, because he has
starts.
clearly lost the ring.
Yeah, he's clearly lost the ring.
Right.
Yeah, so he's going to look for it. Yeah.
So I mean,
that's
it has to have started there.
Yeah, and this seems like and it's obviously going to be very stealth focused.
I guess, yeah,
yes,
right.
And that's part of the reason I was interested.
Yeah.
I think I remember reading that was the whole goal, is to show what he was going through the entire time.
Yeah.
You know, because Gollum pops up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see him, and it's a problem.
Yeah.
But he went through a lot to follow those motherfuckers.
Oh,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, that
Yeah,
shit was not
absolutely.
free. And so, but who's to say? I mean, I just think it's a really interesting angle to choose.
Right.
To be like, this dude he has to fight. He had to kill, like a lot. He's done a lot of killing. He's had to lie, deceive, and then, of course, wrestle with himself the entire time as well. And so the narrative here could be really, really cool.
Absolutely.
I was hoping it was Andy Serkis actually doing the voice, but it doesn't look like it.
No, he sounds pretty different, though.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, check trailer. Check it out.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out. It's
Yeah.
definitely some interesting shit. Oh, damn it. Stop it. Stop doing that. Stop it. Yeah, we're getting another Dark Pictures game.
And bro, they're on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Supermassive, they found their niche.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, wow, okay, we can make Until Dawns, and we can make, these larger, like, full-scale interactive movies, but we can also just make these short format interactive movies,
Yeah.
and next thing you know, fast forward 15, 20 years, this is like a mainstay.
Yep.
And
it's their jam now.
Yeah, and they're on it.
Of course, I still would like them to revisit The Order.
Uh-huh.
It'd be cool to get an Order sequel.
Yeah.
It's actually a better fleshed out game, because The Order had so many good things going for it. It just
Had a
didn't
lot
have
of
a whole
good
lot
ideas.
Of
It just wasn't executed well.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it
Oh, shit,
wasn't
we got Man of
executed
Medan.
well.
I mean,
you just
yeah.
didn't get a whole bunch of game.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got Man of Medan as the free one this month too.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
So that's probably the whole reason they did it for this month. So they were like, release this, get it in the consciousness, and then we got a sequel.
Well, yeah, we got a
and
sequel.
don't you
want to
buy all these other games?
And the answer is yes, I actually do. But now that you've given me Man of Medan, hopefully you'll give me another one.
Yeah.
But yeah. This is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be fun.
Yes, it will.
Yeah.
And that's,
that's
it
it.
for news.
Again,
Jeez.
rest in peace, man.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah,
it's gonna
that's
be
heavy.
a long one. But
Whatever, man.
yeah.
Yeah, moving on.
Yeah.
Make sure to like, share, sub.
Check us
yeah.
out on YouTube, Spotify.
Thank you for
anywhere
bearing
else.
with our shitty connection
We
right
had some
now.
technical difficulties.
But
We
it's
have,
fine. Hey, full episode is going to be up unedited on YouTube later in the week. So,
That's right.
check that out.
Yeah, boy.
Anyways.
Let's get to
now-
our
So main topic.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of Madness.
Blanket question.
Okay.
What did you guys think about it?
Oh yeah, I loved it. Loved it. This is so Sam Raimi. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's so Sam Raimi. It's disgusting. So,
Trey, you're very
Quit
quiet.
What do you
looking
think?
at me. Quit looking at me,
Quiet,
man.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Quit looking at
You
me.
look like you got problems.
Well, I thought
Not
the movie
everything
was.
can be RRR, man.
That's the problem.
Not everybody.
That's
can
the
be,
that's
not
the problem.
everything Can be
The
RRR.
problem is that I'm coming
I knew
fresh
that
off
was-
of RRR,
I
dude.
knew that was
and
gonna
so
be your problem.
anything else that I'm watching, even though I will say watching Stranger Things, I'm like, okay, you're nailing it. Oh God, I got the season finale of The Boys tonight. Anyway, I thought that it was fine. I thought that it was really cool. It was very Raimi, and
Yeah,
it was
man.
really cool. Now, of course,
So Raimi.
the second that he puts that body into I was like, okay, I see what's about
oh
to happen.
no, they
and
line up
maybe-
every single thing in this movie.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And so
Yeah.
I thought that the movie was fine, but I did find that more often than not, I was just kind of looking at it, and things are happening, and I'm just like,
I can. Yeah.
and then I had a real problem with when are we going into the spoiler cast? Because I don't want to just fuck this up.
Well, I mean, we've already been going for a while, man. So honestly, we can just kind of
Well,
jump
okay,
into
so I'll
spoiler.
just say
that's why I wanted to get the blanket. How do you feel about it? out of the way?
like I said, it's fine. But
Yeah.
there are concerns that I
Right.
have with the movie.
Okay. What you got?
Loved it.
I want to know.
I absolutely loved it. Again, I'm with you. It's so Raimi, it hurts.
It's so Raimi, it hurts, dude.
And
Dude,
like,
when he's a zombie and he starts moving like
Yeah.
this, I was like, oh,
Well,
fuck.
Yeah,
that, dude.
but see, my
He's doing
problem
it like,
there was like kind of
Yeah.
like you said last week with the syncing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how he's saying all these M's and S's and P's and T's.
because he's
saying-
magic, motherfucker.
well, yeah, I know, see, now it works.
Yeah,
now
right?
it works.
No, man.
See,
but last
you're talking,
week it didn't
but
work.
you're talking about for
I'm
this much
talking
of the
about
movie.
this dude.
The entire RRR
His whole mouth was gone,
that's
and he's
not
like, "Oh, it's a multiverse of madness, and
Yeah.
you're gonna punch them in the face."
But-
Yeah.
You know, that was the thing. My real issue, and like I said, I enjoyed the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
liked it a lot. But I think that they screwed with the continuity of the Scarlet Witch. I think that they basically
You mean-
undid
do you mean
everything from WandaVision, because it's like by the end of WandaVision, it was like a tale of her and her grief leading to her, you know, committing an atrocity.
Right.
But then by the end of it, she was like on this path of healing. Like she finally came to grips with the fact,
Well-
hey, these kids aren't real. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like this.
she did, but at the very end of Wanda is, and you see she's messing
Reading
with
the
the Darkhold.
Yeah, right.
And the Darkhold corrupts
her exactly.
You
So she
know?
goes. So they take all of that, but I understand what happened. I just think that it takes that entire body of work and makes her go from like a 3-dimensional character to a much more 1-dimensional character. And it's only because
Okay.
I love like that version of the Scarlet Witch
Yeah.
so much in
Yeah.
a modern sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really love it. And so making her the big bad is awesome.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
great. But I'm like, God damn it, we just went through like that whole season and you ain't learning shit. You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes down to like, okay, I'm gonna find a multiverse with my children, and I'm gonna go and be a mother to my children, and they're like, okay, what happens to the you that's already there? And
She's like, oh, fuck her.
fuck that bitch.
Fuck her.
Fuck that bitch. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But
she did.
yeah, right, exactly. But you know, then you know things don't work out. I'm like, why not just go to another multiverse? You know, it's like, there's all those little holes for me that I'm just like, okay. When I think about firstly the Scarlet Witch and her abilities, I don't think she has to wage war on a place by throwing energy bolts. That's not how she fights.
Man,
the Scarlet
I feel you.
Scarlet
The only
Witch is
reason
more
they
of
the only
like
reason
a-
they did that scene is to have all of Carmitage going.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's the
right.
only reason they
Because
did that
the
shit.
whole time you watch,
Yeah.
I watch this movie, all I see is people acting to nothing.
Yeah.
which they
Right.
did very, very well. They
They
all
did.
did very,
They
very
did.
well.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's my whole thing. I'm like, wow, like Scarlet Witch, if she was actually going to war, you wouldn't know that you were part of the war
Yeah.
until like months down the road, and you're like, God damn it, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
And then everyone's talking about it, and then that's what happened in WandaVision. And that's one thing that I really loved.
Yeah.
Is like, you know, everybody the entire time was just like,
This is weird,
something's
but
off. Yeah, but I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
It seems
Yeah.
real. It's like a dream, right? You know, like
See, I had, when I first watched it, the first time through, I had a lot of similar problems as you with the first half of it.
okay.
All the way through the first half, I was just
Yeah, the
like,
second
man,
half's
I'm not
just fun,
feeling
but
it.
yeah.
I'm not feeling it. But then when that second half hit, I was just like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I love this. This is getting Raimi as fuck. But then the second time through, I think it really is just the Raimi-isms that save it personally for me. And as far
They
as
put
the
Ash in there,
far
dude. Bruce
as-
Campbell's in there.
yeah, exactly.
Pizza
Well,
Papa.
Andy gets abused.
Papa
Pizza
always
Papa.
Pizza
was,
Papa.
man.
You know, I mean, there's everything. You mean
How
you
long
got
is he gonna be
the
attacking
you got
himself?
those
About 3
really quick
weeks.
close-ups. You got really like extreme jump scares
Yeah.
just
Whole
out
bunch
of
of-
nowhere.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of this, and you got your Bruce
Dude,
Campbell abuse.
Man, when that
you know,
motherfucker's
so-
in the room and he's about to use the Darkhold himself, and he does that shit, and all those candles draw in towards
Yeah,
him.
dude.
I'm like, God damn it, Raimi, you love this shit,
Yeah.
don't you?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
And
You
that's
fucking
the
love
thing.
this
You
shit.
can tell that he fucking loves what
Yeah,
he's doing.
I think that he was
Yeah,
the
there's-
perfect person to make a Strange movie.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
you couldn't have picked. A
I
better
like this
director.
better than the
Right.
first one, and I already really like the
I
first
love
one.
the first one.
Yeah, me
but,
too.
But with
Uh-huh.
adding that Raimi spin to things,
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, really, there's some straight up They Live, Night of the
Absolutely.
Evil Dead.
Yeah,
I mean, when he bursts out, I'm like,
Uh-huh.
dude, wow, that's
Dude,
like,
dude,
like
when
shot for
Scarlet
shot.
Witch is like coming out of that
Yeah,
water,
that,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
No,
It's
she
almost
came out of the-
Exorcist
the,
style. It's like,
gong.
ooh,
Yeah.
She came
the
out of that
gong.
gong.
That's it.
Yeah, dude. that
She's
was
using
sick.
the reflections.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then cracks herself back back into place. I'm like, oh.
I liked it when she was in the mirror thing and she tried to throw one off and it started panging around.
Yeah.
her. She's like, oh shit, okay, don't do
Uh-huh.
that.
Yeah.
But-
it was sick. And then Wong, man.
Wong is always
Bro.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So
always good.
I gotta ask you guys, did you watch the What Ifs?
Yes.
No, I forgot.
I did.
Yeah,
because
there's a good bit of this that directly comes off of the what ifs.
A lot of it, yeah.
That makes sense. Somebody else made a reference to that.
Yeah.
Guy at my job was saying the same thing.
Because I fucking love Agent Carter, man.
Agent Carter's great.
Dude.
Oh, God. That whole...
I would actually say this is the most brutal Marvel movie.
Oh,
This is the most brutal.
Yeah, so we're in spoilers, guys. So, by the way, I don't know if we mentioned that. We're in spoilers now.
Oh.
Yeah,
but,
like
so,
Mr.
yeah,
Fantastic.
the Illuminati...
Dude.
The Illuminati,
not
dude.
like
Charles showed up in his fucking chair.
Well,
and I'm
the
like,
chair looked bad. I ain't gonna look.
The
That
chair
chair
did
looked
look
real
bad.
It looked real bad. But
really?
but the thing is, he shows up and we get
I know.
right,
Yeah.
and it's just like okay, and they never use that like animated series chair,
dude.
so they use that chair, and they're just like, but it, and
Yeah,
I'm just sitting here like,
Danny
stop
Elfman,
it.
that dude.
But I did think the chair looked really
The
goofy.
chair's a little chintzy.
It is, but at the same time, I understand why it's there.
Right.
That's cool.
It's just that hey,
little-
you get it. Hey, you get
yeah,
it.
right. Yeah, it's like I mean that whole the Illuminati was nothing but cameo time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right. It's just like here we go with some cameos for everybody.
You guys like
and this
Agent
is the first
Carter.
time we didn't get oh god damn it, god damn it, what's his name? Stan Lee.
Oh yeah.
This is the first time we didn't get a
because
Stan Lee cameo.
they have had Stan Lee cameos.
Stan Lee
in
would
all
usually
of the
in
movies.
every Marvel movie.
even leading up to this, because I guess they had some extra.
Well, they got
footage.
mad about what it probably is remember the Stanley estate got upset by the way that he was portrayed in Deadpool. In Deadpool 2, he was a DJ or whatever at
whatever
the club,
on
and they
that
were like
one.
they didn't like it.
Yeah.
And so I could see them being like, oh, maybe that's a little touch and go because there's a lot of violence in this movie.
Well, they
Yeah.
would
And so
they were
maybe-
gonna have to drop Stan Lee as a cameo eventually.
Yeah.
Do they?
I mean, if it were up to Disney, they'd probably just digitally make him.
I mean,
you
for
know,
real, deep fake that shit.
They'll deep fake that shit anyway for forever. But
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm sure the Stanley estate's like you got to pay us, and they
that's probably what it was.
You know?
Yeah.
Y'all remember when
So-
Stan Lee came out at the Game Awards as Ocelot?
Yeah, yeah, that was a thing. That was
That
totally
shit
a thing.
was awesome.
Yeah, that was totally a fucking thing.
But
You know, like, but there was nothing but cameos when we had like John Krasinski pop up.
Oh man, him
I
as
was like- and he was like, oh, what, you know, do you have a child? You know, where's your wife? I was like, is your wife Pam Beasley?
oh
You
damn.
know, like-
well, that was the thing that was going around in Marvel fandom. Is just like, well, who are they going to get to play Reed Richards?
John
Finally-
Krasinski looks great as Reed
He
Richards.
does, he does.
I
and-
think he does, but I hope they don't recast him.
Well,
I don't
people
think they are.
speculate that
Yeah.
that they might, and if they do, then they kind of blew their load a little early.
No,
You
that's
know?
another universe. What you talking about?
Right,
Yeah.
right. That's a lot of money to spend for just a one-off.
That right. I agree
Right.
with you on
You
that.
know,
yeah.
you had Patrick
Yeah.
Stewart in there, bro.
Right.
You know,
Right.
And so
Yeah.
that
And
becomes rough.
the
That whole thing that turned him into ribbons
Dude, that
and then
was
popping
so...
his head. I was just
No,
like,
oh, dude,
that is
Black...
Scarlet Witch shit.
Yeah, what is his name? Black...
Black
Black
Bolt, dude.
Black
That Black
Bolt.
Bolt
Bolt.
shit, dude.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
sick. That was sick.
Dude.
I actually
When
really
she's
liked
just
it
like,
when they showed the
what
the-
mouth?
Yeah.
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 Oh,
Well, I
yeah, I
like
saw
the
that coming.
Black Bolt scene
I
when
saw
he
that.
executes
Yeah.
Steven.
Yeah,
You know,
that
because he
scene was
just
the one I
goes,
was talking about.
"I'm sorry," and then
Yeah.
just
Really
melts it.
quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's kind of like the character from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
yeah, with the cursed tongue technique.
Well, that
Dude.
guy, I think that's actually the same guy that played him in the Inhuman show, which was probably the only thing that worked from that show.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it is the same Black Bolt.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm really
Just-
hoping that all of that isn't one-off shit because I think that all of them did a great fucking
I
job.
feel like it can't be one off.
It can't be,
It
dude.
can't be.
Yeah.
You know, like
We should have Black Bolt and something else.
They
We should
could
fucking have some
potentially
more
be
Agent
setting-
Carter. I
yeah.
need more Agent Carter, dude.
Yeah.
She's the shit.
Captain Britain.
That's right.
Captain
Yeah.
Britain.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
How do we want to approach this? Because right now
Well,
we're just scattershot and saying shit. I mean, we can just have a discussion.
Yeah. I
Or,
mean,
yeah.
I'm down with that.
I
'cause
mean,
I don't think.
Shuma Gorath. That's what I
Shuma
gotta say.
Gorath.
Right.
Yeah.
Shuma goddamn
Yeah.
Gorath.
Yeah, it was really interesting after us having Starro just a year ago.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's just like okay, then we're gonna have Shuma,
Mhm.
and Shuma came in with the fury.
I like
Yeah,
Shuma
he
more.
did.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know. Well, Shuma's not goofy by any means.
Mhm.
Shuma's a very serious villain.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, especially when Shuma was facing one direction and then whips his eye around underneath
So good.
and then rotates his whole body
So
around.
good,
it was just
dude.
like, oh my
Uh-huh.
god, like, that was very
well,
well
that
thought
and him
out.
picking picking up that motherfucking light pole.
And just
And then popping
his
it
eye
out.
out. Yeah, dude. And then just Steven and his control of like his reality manipulation. Like when he takes the bus that Shima's holding and like dissects
The
it.
saw.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're talking
He
about when
breaks it apart completely and then reconstructs it.
When America's still inside of it.
Yeah. He opens it up, plucks her out, puts it back together. It's like,
what y'all think about America Chavez?
I think she's dope. I think she looks like Rock Howard.
She do. The jacket and everything.
Yeah, and she even goes.
Every time I see that star, I like, do it straight up rock. Like maybe the version
of
Barney. Terry
I had no idea how I was gonna feel about her because I'm not familiar with this character at all.
I just know about her. I
didn't even know about her
she's
before.
She's a plot device.
She is.
I don't like.
She's essentially a MacGuffin.
I think she's the MacGuffin is really the Book of Ashanti. The MacGuffin is the Book of Ashanti. Double MacGuffin is the Darkhold because it doesn't matter. Every time you get to the Darkhold, get rid of it. And then there's America herself, which is the ultimate contingency for anything from here going forward in this phase of the MCU. I find that kind of a cheap shot because it's like you don't have to write anymore. It's like, okay,
that's Sam Raimi for you.
We can just go to another multiverse and get what we need to actually survive. Or everybody can die. You can kill everyone.
Yeah.
And then we can multiverse traverse, and then everything.
Well, I mean, it's just the movies getting closer to what the actual comics are at this point.
Well, yeah, but it's a little bit different when it's a comic and you have years upon years upon years to build up this storyline, right? And you can actually explore more because, like I said, my issue is like that there are an infinite amount of multiverses.
Yeah.
They treat it as if they're like 30, 40. She said she's been to 72.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, but that's infinite possibilities. And so Scarlet Witch really could have just sidestepped and be like, all right, bitch, well, you're going to take me to another one where these kids hadn't seen me do some crazy shit, and then we're going to be fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how that would work. Now,
yeah, see, I didn't understand that part of it where Wanda was talking about how, like, in every other universe I had kids. And I'm like, that doesn't sound right. That don't sound right at all.
How do you know? That's because you probably made them because that's what you do.
Right.
And then like my other problem with America, and this kind of sucks, is that I feel like her character was designed as more of a political device. Like she had her two moms, which is cool. That's dope. I think
portaled out of existence.
That she portaled out of existence because she got stung by a bee, right? And so that's some real shit.
That's rough.
That's how that shit goes, and that makes you sad.
Sometimes you knock your two mamas through space and time.
There are a lot of countries who are like, hey, we're not going to air this movie if you don't edit this out.
Yeah.
And Disney's like, no, we're not editing it out because, good on them for that, right? And she has her rainbow on her jacket and all this kind of stuff, and she has her what does it say? It says amor de amor, like love for love, or, like whatever. And it's like I get it. It's like they're looking for a pat on the back, and that's the only thing. It's like I'm totally with it, and being inclusive and whatever.
Being taken from the comics, though. I think that Marvel's been trying to get that America Chavez pat on the back for a lot longer than.
It's like they're just trying a bit hard. In my mind, it's like I just feel like it's kind of try hard.
It is.
It's like I feel like the messages are there, and they're more powerful when they're subtle.
Yeah.
Except for instead of when they're like overt.
Yeah.
And that's just me, just like being like, okay. Like, that's really, really cool. They have these two ladies who are clearly in love, but they don't display that through, like, any act of affection other than, hey, here's a flower.
Yep.
And it's just like, oh, that's real emotion. Right? But then when you keep pushing beyond it, then it's just like, okay, guys, I get it. You know, like
I
this
didn't think it was that
narrative.
I just didn't take it that way.
It's fine.
And I think she's a good character outside of that.
Oh, she's a great character.
I enjoyed her, especially the actress, like her playing her in the way that her and Stephen Strange bounce off their chemistry.
Because she don't trust his ass the whole time,
like,
dude.
You're the dumbest version of Stephen Strange ever. You don't even know Spanish? You know
I know, and Wong was like, I think he barely knows English.
It's like she really made me think of Jobu Tobaki. I was just like, here's a Jobu Tobaki who's not completely jaded, but still has the same power set, which is really, really interesting.
Yeah.
Jobu would
punches
whoop her ass.
dimensions.
Jobu would whoop her ass. Jobu, God, man, that'd be crazy. That'd be a cool death battle.
Yeah. I think that coming off of Everything Everywhere All at Once, there are some things in this where I'm like, okay, these are real similar. I liked the way that they showed the falling through a bunch of dimensions.
Yes.
Oh, that was really cool.
That was
Especially
really
when he
good.
turned to paint.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
You know, like, that was really cool.
And when he starts breaking into squares.
Right.
and
That's
shit.
all. It's all real good. Like that. It didn't feel like it was trite. It felt
Yeah.
like it was doing the multiverse thing in a little bit different way than everything everywhere all at
You
once.
also have to try to explain the concept of multiverse to so many people who don't have really scientific minds.
Right.
It's kind of like what Disney did with Soul, you know, with the movie Soul, or with Inside Out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, just taking like very complicated concepts and explaining them, dumbing them down, so that not only a child can understand it, but a dumb adult.
Well, a
Yeah.
general
could
audience.
understand it.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. You know, and so that can be a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
But that being stated, I feel like they just didn't take it far enough. Because of
Okay.
like,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
can see
what,
that.
what
Yeah.
multiverse really means for those of us who have thought about the concept, you know, way before these movies popped out.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like, wow, like any possibility that can be is somewhere.
Right.
But I don't think that was the focus of this movie. I do
Oh, it's
agree with
not.
you.
No, it's
because
not.
their whole focus of this movie is, look, it's this fucking dude. Look, it's
Yeah.
this dude. Hey, look, evil Strange. Hey,
Yeah.
look, you know, like
Yeah.
that's it's more like they're just
Strange
trying
is
to
possessing a dead version of himself.
right.
Yeah.
You know, it's
yeah,
all
when he's
you
like,
know.
just use the souls. You know,
Yeah.
like you were
Yeah.
the master. Well,
I like that.
I
the
did
Sorcerer Supreme. He's
I
like,
did
well,
like
actually,
his
I'm
cape
not.
made
I'm not
of
the
dead
sorcerer.
souls.
I'm not the Sorcerer
You know, the
Supreme.
Strange in My World, the Sorcerer Supreme.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, right. I got blipped. What do you want?
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
Right.
Yeah, when he gave Wong that bow finally, it's like,
Yep.
respect.
Respect.
It is customary to bow to the Sorcerer Supreme.
He's like, I'm aware
And
of the
he just
customs.
goes, like,
I'm aware. He tells him, he's like, I know,
fucking
motherfucker. He's salty about it. He's so salty.
Wong is absolutely still one of my favorite MCU characters. Though.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
He's so
Yes.
badass.
He's great.
I also know that
Even though it was kind of dumb how, firstly, how she, God damn it, the whole thing with going to that temple.
well, I think that there's a lot about this movie that's dumb.
Mhm.
I'll agree with you
Yeah.
on that, but
It's
that
still-
does
it's still
not at all
fun, and-
detract me from liking the film.
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
this movie's dumb because Sam Raimi made it, and Sam Raimi makes
But
dumb fucking movies.
I'm a huge Sam Raimi fan, right?
Yeah,
So-
but
some
all
good
of his
with that.
movies are dumb, dude.
Right.
Every movie, he
Right.
is always MacGuffining out everything.
Yeah,
his
but when
plot
she
devices
has
are
those
always
golems
like this.
that pop up for
Yeah.
no reason, and then Wong just like throws his the little whatever the rope dart or whatever
Yeah.
he fucking has through the thing's jaw and yanks it down. I'm like, that might have been a bad plan.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it was immediately a bad plan. though.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally. I was
exactly.
like, Wong, I don't know about
He
that
started
one,
getting
man.
crushed
You
on.
know,
Yeah.
Motherfucker started throwing big
You
stones.
know, yeah,
man.
man. I'm like, you're a genius, dude. You should have known better than that one, but still, like, it was an entertaining film.
I
just found that I was just watching it more than I was like getting excited. while I
Well,
was
and
watching
that's the thing. I feel like the first time I went through it, I was just watching it.
it.
This next time, because I've seen it twice now.
Yeah, me too.
But I feel like this last time I engaged with it a lot more. So I mean, this may be, like, I hate to even put it like that, because this may actually be a film that doesn't click for a lot of people until they've seen it a second time. It certainly didn't for me.
I think a lot of people, if it doesn't click the first time, they're not going to watch it a second
True.
time.
Well, but isn't that
Because it
most
doesn't-
movies right there?
Well, kind of.
If shit
yes,
doesn't click for
but-
you the first time, why would you give it a second chance?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I think there was
in
so
a lot
much
of-
that
I
I
think the
loved
biggest
and-
thing that people have working against them, or this movie has working against it, is that it is an MCU movie,
Right.
And so there are people who are approaching it expecting like Guardians of the Galaxy, right? They're,
Yeah.
like, they're expecting a certain format
kind.
of film, right?
And they're getting a Raimi film.
And they're getting a Raimi film, right? And so that's
Which is
what's
why
divisive
I
for
think
a lot
it's
of people.
like, not just because it's Raimi, but because it does feel so.
It goes
different.
straight
It's different.
zombie
It's
lich.
very different.
That motherfucker
And that's-
becomes a lich.
Yeah.
dude.
Yes, he does.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's something that I've ever since Endgame, I have had diminishing returns for Marvel. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've liked the series. WandaVision
Shit, up
was
to
fucking
Endgame, we
great.
had fucking diminishing returns. Like,
Yeah,
what you talking
I
about?
mean,
like,
sure,
I feel like
that's
Marvel.
just for me.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I
you
was,
saw
I
Iron
was
Man 2,
keeping
right?
up.
Wow.
I'm not saying that I thought all of them
You know,
were good.
Versus
well,
Cap
all
Am
of
2.
them,
Cap Am 2.
all of them.
Shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Uh-huh.
shit.
Winter Soldier's
Yeah.
awesome.
Winter Soldier
Yes.
is great. But no, like, I'm saying, like, for me personally, my interest in keeping up with it,
Oh, okay.
as far as, and
Yeah.
this, I'm not gonna say has completely revitalized it, but this was so different from what I'm used to getting from the studio.
Yeah.
That, like, like
it's refreshing that it's different. Yeah,
yeah.
it is. It's different. Like like a thing that I think is dumb in the movie is he reveals his whole goddamn plan as soon as he shows up to Scarlet Witch. What's her
Wanda.
fucking name? To Wanda. Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as he shows up to Wanda, he's like, "Hey, we found this crazy shit,
Yeah,
and
well,
I'm
he
keeping
thinks-
her at Carmitage,
he can
and you're gonna help us out, right?" And she's
She's
like,
like, why don't you just let America stay with me? And he's like, God damn it.
See, and I really liked that.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was stupid that he revealed everything, but then
Uh-huh.
as soon as they did that to you, and he's like, she goes, "I did. You never told me your name,
yeah.
did you?"
Uh-huh.
No.
thought-
And they're like looking at each other like, "God damn it, we gotta be
Here
like
we
this
go.
now.
Now we beefing."
Now we're not friends anymore. I
Exactly.
thought we were
But that's how
cool."
they've been like representing Stephen Strange. Is instead of him being like
A genius,
this,
like he
yes,
used to
this
be.
genius
Yeah.
level, intellect, he's still kind of like a person.
I think a lot of people don't like this version of Strange because of exactly that.
Well, because he's
Yeah.
supposed to be
Understandable.
just like the.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of like peak.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
like S tier hero guy.
Uh-huh.
Like.
Which I still think he's S tier in this.
Yeah.
It's just that he's not
Infallible.
He's not infallible,
infallible.
and I'm okay with that. I'm
Yeah,
totally fine with that. I
absolutely.
like the human side of Stephen Strange.
But it seems like he
you
would
know?
have approached Wanda with a little bit more care.
I agree. I completely agree with you on that.
And it also
Yeah.
seems like he would have been able to see through a lot of her illusion, but it's not illusion, right? It's actual reality.
Yeah,
so that's the hard thing.
That's the thing with
Right.
Wanda.
But isn't it the same thing
Yeah.
with her and his magic? Don't you think that she would be somewhat resistant to him mind fucking her? Because I mean,
theoretically, but he never really gets a chance to completely mindfuck her.
I mean, he
for
totally hits her with that room. He goes boom, and everything gets trippy, and then she gets trapped in the mirror world and everything.
Yeah,
like it seems
real. Yeah,
like
but that's
it seems
just,
like that
that's a
stuff wouldn't
spell
have.
that she doesn't have a counter spell to.
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah, yeah.
her magic isn't like. I mean, she's a witch, and of course she's like the witch, whatever. But she doesn't have an understanding of all of the magics that Steven
Yeah.
Universe over here. Like he's got it.
Steven
dude.
Multiverse.
Steven Multiverse over here. You know what I'm saying? Like that. He's a sorcerer supreme,
That's
man.
right.
You know.
Well,
so,
and not in this
not,
universe.
not even. Oh God, I don't think he liked that. That was Wong.
Oh, that was that was a shit bow.
This storm, we're gonna be driving.
That's from Curb Your
Train.
Enthusiasm.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna be driving through some shit.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It sucks.
but no.
And World Games, so there's gonna be a lot of traffic on
God.
that.
So I don't know. Overall, I enjoyed it. And I hope that Raimi starts doing more superhero movies, man.
Can we talk for a minute about the scene where they're using the musical notes to attack?
Yes.
That was good.
That was
It's
so
really
good.
good. You
I'm
know?
disappointed there was no Chopin.
Right.
But, you know.
Yeah, could have done better. And that is another. I was talking to Robbie about this last night. Like, and I've told you guys, I've already come to the grips that these movies aren't made for me, right?
Yeah.
And so the biggest issue with it being that I was raised actually reading these comics,
Right.
And so I have this preconceived notion of the power sets of these characters.
It just don't work like that,
and
man.
it doesn't work like that in film.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can draw a panel, and then the next panel some shit's just completely different, and then just explain it in a caption, and it's like, oh my god, mind blown. Now you're processing this information instead of actually showing it. And I'm just sitting here like, man, like Strange could do better. You know what I'm saying? Like when they're sitting there, like he like plucks the harp and sends that one note over there,
and then explodes his shit up.
Yeah, it's just like I mean that's interesting, but I'm like they're not going far enough with these powers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want them to go just a little bit further, go a little bit deeper.
I mean,
especially with
obviously
Wanda,
we're getting a third movie though.
right?
So.
Exactly.
And
But
that's the
I don't know
thing,
if Wanda will be back in it. She shouldn't be.
I think Wanda eventually will come back. I don't think
she
that
might be in
she's
the post credits. Yeah, I don't think she'll be in the next movie. She shouldn't be in the next movie.
No, but I think
because she's not a villain. She's just hurt.
And
I don't think that they should end up making her into the new big bad for the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
No, I think they're
really
they're going to lean more into Kang the Conqueror than anybody.
Well, and what's his name from Love and Thunder? Christian Bale's character. I can't think of what he's called.
Yeah, Gore, the God Killer.
Yeah,
like
he
that,
looks fucking dope.
Yeah.
I haven't really looked that much. Oh yeah, that's out now.
Yeah, yeah. Because what's his deal is that he learns that gods exist and that they don't actually care about anybody, so he gets a sword.
We all know that.
Huh?
Like
yeah.
God, fuck.
But I mean, like he
it's
didn't.
fucking Thor.
They
You
don't
know,
give a shit about us.
But his sword is a symbiont.
Oh, whoa,
The God Killer is a symbiont.
Okay.
whoa,
So it
really?
just takes over gods that it stabs? Is that
I don't
what
know.
you
I don't know. That's just what I've heard. I watch a lot of fucking internet videos about this shit that I've never participated in any way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know nothing about that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
Gore
interested
the God
enough.
Butcher.
Gore the God Butcher.
That's
yeah.
what it is. Yeah.
Okay, that's a better name.
He looks dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
Christian
Well, it's
Bale.
Christian Bale,
Yeah.
so yeah. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, man, the MCU is just not. It's not for me. Like I'm still gonna watch these movies
Yeah.
and shows for the most part.
You should watch them What Ifs, man.
Oh yeah,
What
yeah.
If.
I
Really
definitely want
should.
to watch those.
Yeah, those
I
are
definitely-
What
those
If.
are some of my favorite comics.
Because they
ever.
introduced that the Strange that you see in the dilapidated building, you know, when everything's gone to shit in that world.
Well,
they
the
introduced
Strange, the Darkhold Strange.
the Darkhold Strange. Yeah, they introduced that Strange in What If.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, well, now that Strange is the Strange. So.
And the main plot of what's going on in What Ifs gets kind of fucky.
I wonder if they're gonna time loop this shit and be like, this is actually the Doctor Strange that Doctor Strange interacted with, who had the Darkhold when he came to get the Darkhold. I wonder if they're gonna end up just looping that back around.
Ooh.
You
Be
know?
interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
Be like, that is the same Strange.
I mean,
This
I feel
is-
like in this third movie, this third Doctor Strange movie, there's a strong possibility that Mordo is going to end up being the big bad for
Okay,
it.
I
You
can
know
see
what I mean?
that, yeah.
Mordo
Yeah.
coming back with full-on
I mean,
Dormammu
that would make
powers,
sense.
you know, like that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
That would make sense.
You know, because they set that up in the first one, and then they
Yeah.
put Dormammu on permanent timeout over
Uh-huh.
there.
Yeah,
He's
for
like, I
real.
can do this shit all day.
Uh-huh.
I'll do it forever. Okay, I like it at this point with Doctor Strange. You understand like all of his shit.
Yeah,
like he can
his
just
hand
do something, and
motions.
you understand what he's getting.
Yeah.
at, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And
well,
that's
once
the
again, it's Benedict Cumberbatch acting to nothing. You
Yeah,
know, it's
absolutely.
like, okay,
He does
how
a damn
do you?
good job, though.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so you're gonna be spinning a room around,
Uh-huh.
and within that spinning room, you're gonna be deconstructing some shit over here. So it's just like, okay, just let me know what I'm gonna be doing.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. Well, let's do.
Can I look at a ping pong
do
ball or
this.
something? Can you
Yeah.
just
It's
give me
interpretive
anything?
dance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
absolutely.
It's
Straight up.
interpretive dance.
It is.
And I think they are getting weirder and weirder as these movies progress with his powers.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of building up to it. Because, I mean, in the last movie, he didn't really... His powers weren't really all that impressive. It was just firecracker kung fu.
I
don't
don't
no,
know, man. He was
no,
folding,
it was
teleporting
there was-
reality.
there was a few
He
and,
totally
like,
inceptioned that ass.
But
Yeah,
it,
dude, that shit
again,
was
it wasn't as
amazing.
Yeah.
over the top as you would have expected from Doctor Strange at that time.
I guess, but
mean,
again,
he-
that's that whole preconceived notion of what's happening in the comics,
Right,
thing, which is
exactly.
I don't want to say wrong. That's not what I mean.
No.
It's a bad way to walk into these movies because
well,
you're
it's-
setting yourself up for disappointment.
Right, because there's no
Yeah.
way to really portray these.
Well, because
things.
these aren't the comics. This is a
These,
completely
this is
different...
Right.
this, which is
thing
what,
now.
but it's also the same way that Marvel's been doing this forever. Is anytime
Yeah.
they change writers, anytime they change arcs, they do this stuff, they'll fucking completely flip people.
Right,
You know,
'cause
they'll
it's
completely.
It's their understanding of these power sets and the best way to visualize them.
and
you know,
fit
that
it
could be very
as
difficult.
a tool in the story.
Right.
You know, because
Right.
you know,
But
I think
my whole thing is like Wanda. She showed us, man, in WandaVision. That's some fucked up shit, bro.
she's bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's just like,
yeah.
okay, well, fine. Well, this block is mine.
Uh-huh.
I'm taking this whole city. This is my shit.
And I feel
Now
like,
what?
but I think the end of WandaVision was kind of a letdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
her fighting.
Well, the
with
way
Vision
that they
86.
kind of let her walk away with well, it's it's okay that you literally
it's because that's
enslaved
all you
the
can
whole...
do.
I mean,
What
like,
what else are you gonna do? If you piss her off, you're all fucked.
well,
You
yeah,
know, like
but
that's
I mean,
the
like,
thing about a what is she, Omega level mutant?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know, that's the thing that you can't just discount
Uh-huh.
is that the sheer power.
Well, I'm
of
not
the Scarlet
saying that
Witch.
they
mean-
should have like stood up and revolted. I'm just saying there was
What
this
you gonna do?
air. There was this
Nothing.
air, and it's all framing. It's all framing. It's not what actually happens in the shot. It's how it's framed, and it's like, oh wait, she did all this awful shit, and now I'm supposed to feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Bad for her.
That's what I'm
what I
saying.
You know,
didn't
mutants
like.
do that all the time.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
They
but
do that all the
she's.
time. Magneto as a whole.
But
See,
still,
I think that's
yeah.
okay. Now getting to that side of it, because there's a weird thing with this Scarlet Witch as well, that we understand it as, Disney not owning X-Men properties.
For a while.
Okay,
Right.
like we understand why.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's always bothered me that the whole Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch not being Magneto's kids.
Little miracles.
Right. You know, they just completely
They might
they're just like
retcon that shit.
they might
Yeah.
they might, you know, and I really felt like there
Now
was a
that they have-
moment
yeah.
when she got into Charles Charles got into her mind.
Her head,
Yeah, and I really wanted her
crazy,
to be
'cause he
like,
went in there
"Get out of my
fast,
head,
too."
Charles." I really wanted her to say it. I really wanted her to
too.
say that shit.
I did too.
But I like there was a moment there where I was like, "Oh man, could this become some Onslaught shit right here?" Because that's
Right.
kind of the same idea, right? Is the consciousness of you know, Xavier and Magneto mixing together to
Right.
make this terrible entity.
That would
It
actually
work.
be very smart for Disney to do.
You
Onslaught,
you see
it
what
would
I'm
be
saying?
an amazing big
Onslaught,
bad.
dude.
That's the one you want.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and that would fit right into this whole situation right here. You know.
That's the one you
Mm-hmm.
want. That should be the new end game.
Right.
Yeah.
You know. So
Oh,
there's
they're
some
definitely
possibilities
running
there.
towards Secret Wars, though.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
they're doing Secret
definitely-
Wars. They've been
yeah.
hinting at Secret Wars for a long time.
For a while,
though.
especially during this phase. That's why they're
Yeah.
doing most of the multiverse stuff.
Yeah.
so they
God
can
damn,
pull out
dude.
the fucking Secret
So
Wars.
there's so much going on in the Marvel universe, and they keep trying to do it. I think that's part of the reason why I like Moon Knight so much.
Yeah.
Moon Knight is detached from all of this. Moon
Yeah.
Knight's just a dude, and there's Egyptian shit going on, and I'm like, cool.
So far, Moon Knight is well, I don't know. I still really like WandaVision, but so far, Moon Knight is one of the better shows.
Yeah, I mean, really, like WandaVision. I think Loki's great.
Loki's
Loki's
good.
very
I like
silly.
Loki a lot, and I enjoyed my time with it, but I
It's
don't know.
restarting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and like I don't know. I really, like I said, I enjoyed WandaVision. I just feel like this movie did a lot to kind of just negate that entire ride for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, God, man.
I guess I just
So
attributed
all
it to,
that,
she got corrupted by the book.
You know what I mean? And, that's fair.
you know?
And that's fair. But these are the exact same damn kids. And I mean, like, and that's just interesting to me. Like, you know, okay, you weren't able to make the babies. Can't you go to a multiverse where your babies were orphans and just adopt them and be like, hey, come with me, babies?
Mm-hmm.
And they'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, you look just like our mom. And like, yeah, I mean, there's a reason. You know,
Yeah.
like, it just seems
I
like
get-
with multiverses. Now, of course, by the end, during the movie, America couldn't control her powers.
Yeah.
And so you just end
Yeah.
up places, but you end up in the same places, which is fucking odd to me.
And then Zombie Daddy says, "Believe in yourself."
Yeah, you know, and it's just like,
Yeah.
like, man,
I get where you're coming from. I just don't like. I don't know,
Just
man.
go to
Those
another
are-
reality.
Those are plot holes.
especially when
that's
she
just
goes
like,
in, and there she
whatever.
starts scaring the
That's
kids,
just
and then
nitpicking
he's
at
like,
that point.
let it play.
Yeah, I
You
like
know,
that. a
like,
lot.
let it play.
Yeah.
You know, she
Let her
needs to
see that
feel
she
this.
fucked up.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
for real.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like, God
Take
damn it,
your
quit.
talking to.
Take your talking to. You know, and then when that universe was
love
that
that.
616.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's universe 616, and that Scarlet Witch is just like it's like just know that they'll be loved, you know.
Uh-huh.
And she's just like, oh my God, I'm a douchebag, you know. Like
Yeah.
it's like she could have been like, hey, okay, well let's try 617.
You
You know, gotta,
fuck, I'm paint.
You know what I'm saying? That now, if that's how we roll credits, I would have been down for that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, because that's realistic.
paint.
That's
Yeah.
how
Fuck 'em
fuck 'em paint. You know.
How am I gonna eat?
You know, for real.
That was
So
funny.
she spent time in that universe. you
Yeah.
know, that's the thing, which is really interesting as well.
I love it.
Hot down the figures, man.
Yeah.
Hot down the fingers.
Yeah,
Hot down fingers.
seriously.
You know.
Man.
Yeah, I just
Anyway.
and it's hard to not draw the comparisons between this and fucking
Everything Everywhere.
all at once. Yeah, it's very difficult, especially for the timing.
Yeah.
That's the problem is that window. You know, I am very happy that Everything Everywhere All at Once came out first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I feel like if Strange had come out first, it would have overshadowed it, and a lot of people may
Right.
not have watched that movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
right,
but
right.
due to the timing of it,
Uh-huh.
more people got a chance to experience it. It got its critical
Well, and I
acclaim
think
like it
they-
should.
yeah.
And then people were already going to watch Strange. Like there's no
Absolutely,
way
yeah.
to stop that, right?
Yeah.
So now people have both of these concepts in their
Well,
head.
and I feel
which
like
is
they
nice.
handled the multiverse elements in each of those movies pretty differently.
Yeah, totally.
You know, and,
Yeah.
and it's those kind of unique flavors of kind of the
Well,
same,
it's the new
similar
trendy
concepts,
concept.
yeah.
It's a new trendy
Yeah,
concept.
absolutely.
Right. You know. Yeah. So,
Yeah, I mean, I don't even disagree with you about parts of this movie being
Oh,
stupid.
absolutely,
Like
yeah.
I'm right there. I get it. They just
Yeah.
didn't bother me at all because I was like,
Same here.
Right.
Marvel movies are stupid. Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Same
it's
Raven movies are
fine.
kind of goofy and
Kinda-
dumb,
right,
You know?
it's
You know, like it's okay. No, you can't work that thing. But it's all right, you know. But these are just those little things that just kind of keep me from just reveling in the movie.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And then of course once
Shit,
again,
as soon as that boy came out with all them arms, I was like, oh, this is mine. I'm done.
Wait.
When he had all the spirits and he was dead.
Oh,
and he was
yeah.
floating
At
up,
the end,
and then he had
yeah,
all the fucking
when he goes
arms
pure
on him
lich.
and everything.
Yeah.
That shit was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, see, that's what I want.
Yes,
That's what I want.
absolutely. I'm just like, can we just keep that version of Strange? Like, let's go. You know, and then by the end of it, half his body's just like completely disintegrated. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
because Wanda fucks him up.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And so,
like
I said, I thought that it was.
Wanda
I thought it was
bad.
cool.
That chase scene was fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
when they're running through the tunnels.
And Wanda's just
like,
on their fucking heels.
There is not another Marvel property that goes horror like this one.
No.
There
Yeah.
just isn't. You know?
that's
This
true.
was as close to Marvel Zombies.
Yeah, right.
Which is funny because there is a What If episode that's Marvel Zombies, but it's funny the whole time.
I was wondering if they did that.
Yes,
because,
they
you know,
did.
They've done that in the comics. You
Yes,
know?
they did.
And so dope.
Ant-Man gets turned into a zombie,
Oh my God.
and it gets
Yeah.
real bad
It gets
because he
real
gets
bad.
real big.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I love how America doesn't know who Spider-Man is.
No, yeah, I like it when he was talking to Wanda. How he was like, "Well, I mean, I had a choice between a variety of bug-themed superheroes or the most powerful magic user
in the
planet."
universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they keep throwing shade at other Marvel heroes.
Yeah,
so
because
I like
it's like,
that
you
a
know, we're
lot.
talking about Doctor Strange,
Right.
and Scarlet Witch. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's like this is an Avenger.
It kind of reminds me of that, or this just reminded me of that scene from No Way Home, where he's all like, Mr. Strange. He's like, you can call me Steven. And he's like, oh, Steven. And he's like, yeah, it sounds weird. Yeah, it sounds weird. Don't do
Because America was originally supposed to be in Spider-Man No Way Home, and due to the delays due to COVID and everything, Doctor Strange ended up getting pushed back, and they ended up having to rewrite things and rework it.
And you can kind of feel that with this one.
Yeah.
A
You
little
totally
bit
can,
at
yeah.
times.
I don't think it's too bad, but it
No.
definitely has some moments where you're going like, yeah, this was an edit.
Yeah.
This was
Well, you can definitely tell when reshoots happen.
Uh-huh.
Again, something that bothered me more the first time I watched it than it did the second time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because I will say, my opinion of this definitely grew.
Yeah.
You know, in between that time. You know.
I think that if you like Sam Raimi, you're gonna like this movie.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And I think.
Well, you're gonna like
You're
the
gonna
second
have a
half. The first half might take a little time.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's still got some Raimi-isms in it.
Yeah.
But they're kind of parsed out.
But the movie,
I think
also
you get
doesn't.
a focus on like the comedic side of Raimi up front in the first half.
Yeah.
And then the dark side.
The darker
Yeah.
side, yeah.
Fuck yeah,
Yes.
dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I don't think the movie drags. You know, it was about
No,
2 hours
it
long.
doesn't. It
has a
but
couple of
it's-
moments.
It's kind of
but-
dark and kind of quiet and a little slow. Like it's just not as in your face as something like RRR. The whole time RRR is just like bam,
Oh,
bam,
yeah.
bam, bam.
Yeah.
You know this. You know, take time. They have their little quips and their jokes and
Oh, yeah.
whatever,
Uh-huh.
and it's fine. But it's
Yeah.
like there were points where I was just like kind of getting a little sleepy.
Yeah.
But
then-
Trey, you just gotta keep telling yourself, not everything can be RRR.
My life has
Actually,
changed.
nothing else is
Nothing
RRR.
I know.
I'll put it
can
more
my,
that
my
way.
life
or
just
ever
changed.
will
That's
be
all.
again.
You
Yeah,
know, I'm sorry.
know?
The bar got raised
It's-
for
it's
me,
like-
and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know,
Am
my
I ever
year's
going to
ruined.
enjoy anything
ever again? You know, and so it becomes very, very difficult, man. But no, I mean, I think that it was a good film. I think it was a lot of fun. It was super MacGuffin-y. If you
Yeah,
have
oh,
never,
Very much
yes,
so,
I
yeah.
mean, this is the movie MacGuffin.
This is the plot devices, the film.
Yes,
devices,
absolutely,
yeah,
really.
absolutely.
Man,
yeah.
you know what I really liked is that one scene when he comes back from using the Darkhold and he's sitting there talking to what's her name, his not girlfriend.
His not girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he basically
you don't think we can kind of,
right, and
Yeah.
because he's
Yeah,
kind of
like
like,
30 minutes
I'd
or
love to continue to see you. That would be fine. Maybe if we. And she was like, yeah, that'd be great. And
He's just waiting for it.
But he straight up says, I love you in every universe. And I was like, that's surprising sweet.
It-
in the
it's
middle
very
of this
good.
That was
really,
that was
like,
a really tender
That's
moment.
right. I was like,
Yeah.
man,
and
that
it was
is
kind
like
of bittersweet.
right,
Yeah.
because he understands the finality of their situation.
Right.
He's like,
And
I'm never gonna see you again, and you don't have a man, and
Uh-huh.
you still care about me,
Uh-huh.
and I can't even
And
have
I
you.
have
but
to
I
go
was
back to the
still
universe.
same asshole.
That's right.
In this
Uh-huh.
universe,
In
it's
every-
me. I'm just
in
in every.
potentially
Right.
every universe.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I'm still Steven. That's what they all told me, that you're still the same dude.
Still Steven.
You know,
just can't speak Spanish, not Sorcerer Supreme.
And I can't speak lady.
You can't
You
speak
know,
lady.
I don't speak lady.
Who
You know,
can?
so you always have to be the one holding the knife. I'm like, yeah, but have you seen me with a knife?
You're right.
You know,
Yeah.
with the knife, you know. And so that was an interesting line, because I'm like, I don't know if you look at the Sorcerer Supreme and be like, man, you always got to be in control of shit, see, and I don't think that's fair. Like,
Okay, so you use your Sorcerer Supreme powers over there and make some shit happen then. Okay? Oh, you ain't got none?
you ain't
That's
got
what I
that's
thought.
what I thought.
That's what I
you
thought.
know?
So let me keep Supreming over here. Okay?
Well, you keep your basic on deck, okay?
Oh, damn.
For real.
They should make some kind of shitty joke where Wong like needs his oranges supremed.
Oh,
You know,
It's like, you always got to be the one to hold the knife. He's like,
and he's over there supreming oranges.
Sorcerer Supreme.
Supreme.
I'm the
That's
Sorcerer
Supreme.
Supreme.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I think it was a really fun time. I don't even disagree with you about
Oh,
your
yeah,
criticisms.
no,
I don't.
not at all.
Yeah,
I just don't.
it's whatever.
I just thought it was fun.
I just
you know
But
what I mean?
these things don't
enjoyed it.
detract
Right.
from the
I
movie.
don't-
And
well,
I'm not
I'm
saying
just
they
glad-
make them a bad movie. It's
Right,
like
right.
these are just the things that stand out. It's like, wow, it's like y'all were close,
Yeah.
but you can tell time constraints were a thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, we got to get this damn movie out.
I also definitely don't expect perfection from Marvel.
Right.
Right.
That's another thing. Like,
That's the
thing,
like
not-
this is about what I expected. You know, I was
Yeah.
like, cool, yeah, good time, had a lot of fun parts to it. And
Yeah.
we got a
Yeah.
zombie Strange.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
You
I
know?
mean, I think the thing is that my diminishing returns with Marvel on the whole, with this one, it's just like, oh wait, there is still a part of this universe that
For you?
for me.
Yeah.
you
Well,
know?
okay, so let me
Yeah.
ask you guys this. This is just kind of some loose stuff, but what's your favorite out of the Marvel movies? What's the one for you? What's the one that you're like, okay, this was the best thing they did?
I mean,
that's probably Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
for me.
about to say,
Winter Soldier?
Winter
Yeah.
Soldier
That's
is really
mhm.
good.
Yeah.
I also still really like Civil War.
I think Civil War
Like,
is
I
fine.
think the
I
Captain
think Civil
America
War has a lot of
movies on
MacGuffin
a
to it.
whole
Yeah.
Mhm.
are really good.
The
I
Captain
think-
America
I
movies are
think,
good.
Dark World was out, or Dark War.
Dark World, you talking about the
Dark
second
World,
Thor?
Dark
second
World?
Thor.
Second Thor was pretty
I
good.
thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Winter Soldier is my jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite.
I don't
easy.
know, man. It honestly, at this point, it might be this one. But
See,
I haven't gone back and rewatched
Uh-huh.
a lot of the Marvel movies, so I don't know if that would change if I did that.
Well,
Well,
I
what
love
got
the
me with-
first Strange.
Yes,
I fucking love
love
the
the
I'll give
first
it to
first
you.
one.
Yes,
And
Yeah.
I also really like, and this is a movie apparently a lot of people only thought was okay. I loved Ant-Man.
Ant-Man's
fucking
great.
love
watched
Ant-Man.
it. I haven't watched Ant-Man. I haven't
Dude,
watched Ant-Man.
Ant-Man's
Those
fantastic.
are the only two in the MCU of that phase that I
Ant-Man
haven't
and
seen.
Wasp
Man.
is a little.
Because they look like they'd be campy. And
Yes,
And-
dude, that
and
movie's a
they are,
comedy.
and they're
Ant-Man's a
great.
comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
it's
so-
Paul Rudd and Michael Pena
Wonderful.
hanging out
I
the
mean,
whole time.
yeah, right.
They're just being dinguses, and it's fucking great, dude. You can put Michael Pena in anything, and I want to watch it. I love that man.
Yeah.
So those two, and then I still think the first Iron Man movie
It's amazing.
is
First Iron Man
yeah,
movie is pretty
yeah.
It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
with
would
you.
say that I prefer 3 over the first one. Over the first one and the
Three's
second.
cool. Three's
I
cool, man.
kind of love
Yeah.
the third Iron Man.
Yeah.
My only problem with the first Iron Man movie is my same problem with almost every Spider-Man, is that they told me a story that I've heard over and over and over again
Yeah.
about him, escaping and building a suit, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That was the only downside of Iron Man 1.
Okay,
And,
yeah.
and that's only, and once again, that's my fault
Right,
from
right,
having
right.
read this material over and over and over and seen it.
Because Iron
presented in
Man
different
is not as
mediums.
beaten into the ground as Spider-Man.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Like goddamn, we have to go through the Aunt May Uncle Ben thing
Every
again,
fucking time.
Every
yeah.
time.
And hey, man, you got to
Harry
hand it to this new trilogy. They didn't do it.
Right,
No,
exactly.
You
no,
know?
they just
Yeah.
started you right there where shit gets interesting.
Like
Right.
the only part that I want from any of that is Gwen Stacy. I want you to
Gwen.
just give me Gwen, and then I'm good to go. You know. Mm-hmm.
And Stacy.
hey man, might be-
MJ
might-
Gwen, that's hard. It depends on which era of MJ we're talking, because that old school MJ, the redhead, the long,
yeah.
what the absolute fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Peter, I don't know how you pull that off, dude. That's crazy.
Peter got lucky.
Yeah,
that was
uh-huh.
a blind
She
date,
was the
sir.
mutant in the house. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you got bit by, girl, but shit, you need to bottle that. You know,
Got bit by a radioactive ginger from Gilligan's Island.
a radioactive baddie. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, a bat? No, not a bat, a baddie. She got bit by a baddie. A radioactive baddie came up in her house and bit her, and that's what happened, man. You know, but it's funny because, like, in modern senses, you know, she's kind of portrayed as a much more, you know, normal, like, everyday girl. Yeah. And then here's Gwen, and Gwen's the just the convertible, the Corvette, the Bugatti, if you will. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
and
what
she
just
got
happened?
spider powers.
And she got Spider Gwen, right?
Yeah,
and
Spider Gwen.
Yeah, but Gwen likes
Ghost
Harry.
Spider,
You know?
whatever they want to call her. At some
She
point.
did. She did. She came back for, and that is the weird thing, though.
Right.
Gwen is also going after Miles Morales now because there's that whole thing. It's just like,
because I mean, eventually we got to get a movie that they put Miles in it, right? I mean, they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
Which
absolutely.
I still feel like Miles is.
Miles, I feel the complete opposite. I think Miles is a shot in the arm that the MCU really needs.
I like Miles for who he is. I just still feel like he's
power
just,
set.
but he's just Spider-Man with electricity. Like, he could have been more than that.
You played Miles Morales, right?
No, I still haven't played it.
Oh, you need to do that, and then we'll have the conversation.
I mean, okay, he's still just Spider-Man with electricity, though.
Just play that, and then we'll talk about it. Because I felt the same way before I played Miles.
Yeah.
And then I spent time as Miles, and I was like, oh, shit, his power set is insane.
Yeah.
You know, like the things, because, yeah, right, on paper, that's what he is. But when you're all of a sudden flying through the air,
it's that on
without
paper
having
that
to
bothers
use
me.
webs,
Like, he doesn't have to be Spider at all.
Well, he still is, though. So it's like Spider with icing on the cake.
I
know what I'm
guess.
saying?
I think he could have been more
Electro
unique.
Spider?
That's all I'm getting at. Is he could have been a little.
But
I feel the same way about Spider-Gwen.
Uh-huh.
Is that like Gwen Stacy could have just been another kind of hero instead of these people being piggybacking off of Spider-Man.
I think you should play Miles Morales, and I think that it'll make you think about things a little bit differently. Because I was always of the mindset that, once again, it was kind of like pandering. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, we have a black kid as a half black, half Hispanic kid as Spider-Man and whatever for a new generation, and that's all well, good, and great, and that's cool. You know, but once again, like, I was raised with Peter Parker, etc. I was used to that thing, being an old man about it, not wanting to change. And then I'm like, you know, why do we need a kid Spider also in New York? He's in the same place.
Yeah,
that's kind of odd for me, etc. etc.
Seems redundant.
It does. It does, until I got to know Miles, and then I'm just like, okay, so as a Spider-Man for a new generation, that's really cool that he's the way that he is, because he's also still super nerdy and whatever, you know what I'm saying?
And he's still kind of fucking up for a good cause.
Yeah,
right.
He's just trying to figure out his shit, and he's just bumbling through everything. And Peter's his coach, and Peter's not the best coach.
And
you
Peter's
know,
like, I still fuck up.
Like, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you better just have fun. But then actually getting to know his skill set, his power set, it's like, oh damn, like you're Spider-Man to the next level. Like, if Peter had all this shit, Peter had to have gadgets for that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
like Iron Spider stuff.
And then, and then, I mean, Miles has got gadgets too. Yeah. So it's just like, man, you know, when you're sitting there throwing out these mines, and then you're just like charging the air all around you with electricity and sending people flying, it's just like, holy shit. You know, like, you have your spider abilities, but you've also got the ability to, like, if you were to put your hands on the Juggernaut, you can just take him down. You know, like, you're a force to be reckoned with. Yes. Oh no, Venom, Carnage, they don't stand a chance against Miles. There's nothing they can do. You know what I'm saying? He has every tool at his disposal naturally, without any extra tools to take them out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so
I think that the only other thing I gotta say is that this movie makes me kind of want Raimi to do the Fantastic Four film.
Yeah.
Yes, I was thinking that myself. I think he's the only person
that can make the Thing seem interesting and believable.
Yes.
I think the Thing is where a lot of that, and Invisible Woman. What's her real name?
Susan Storm.
Susan. Yeah.
Susan Richards.
Susan Richards. Yeah. Right. Susan Richards.
But yes, I thought Sue Storm. I thought the same thing. Raimi needs to do the Fantastic Four, and they need to set it in the fucking 60s.
I like that. I really like that
or
idea.
at least they need to start it in the 60s.
Start it in the 60s,
and then when they go up into the fucking, like, into space, and they get hit by the thing that gives them their powers,
then time dilation.
Maybe that could do. Yeah, exactly. Maybe either that could push them forward into the modern day, and then it's a 60s mindset family having to also grapple with the way the world is.
Also, no Dr. Doom in the first movie, huh?
No Dr. Doom in the first movie.
No Doom in the sequel.
Hold on to Doom because
or you could have him, but not as the bad guy.
You can have Victor.
Yeah, he can't be full on Doom.
No,
Doom.
I think
Reed
Doom
Richards
when
and
they
Victor have to have an interaction and maybe be friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then,
in the
falling out,
60s,
whatever
that's
the
what
fuck.
I'm saying. It's
Right.
just like maybe then, but like maybe even have like Doom as an after credit scene.
Man,
But,
see,
and
I can
he's
see
already
I can
Doom
see that.
in
Yeah,
Las
that's what I'm
Vegas.
saying.
And
Yeah.
then set him up
Finding
for,
out that Richard is back from space.
Nah,
and it's
man,
just
you know
like,
what he'd do? He'd bust on through the multiverse walls and fucking
Choke his ass.
No, it'd be a scene where he's taking down Loki to get the Tesseract. That's what they do, right?
I just want an honest an honest portrayal of what Doctor Doom actually is. They always like make him comedic, you know what I'm saying? Or
Nah,
he's like
man,
the comic
he
butt.
is.
No, he's a problem. You know what I'm saying? He's a problem. And then if you do happen to defeat him, that was just a Doom bot.
You know, this
it
actually,
wasn't. It's never him.
That actually reminds me of something. I really liked it that there were all the Ultron bots.
Yeah.
Yes.
And,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Because
that
as soon
was
as I saw them coming, I'm like, oh no,
Uh-huh.
oh no,
Right.
no,
Uh-huh.
this ain't good.
Yeah, like we got some serious problems now.
Yeah. So, but where's old Tony Starks?
Tony Starks.
You know.
He's like, don't sue me.
That's
I'm
right.
Tony
I'm
Starks.
ass.
Tony Starks.
Well,
Yeah.
guys, we've been going.
Yeah, and we got to drive.
Uh-huh.
We've also been
So,
very offline.
yeah, but
Yeah.
thank you everybody who was able to stay through. We had
Yeah,
some
thank you
issues
for
with the
hanging out.
live stream, but check us out on YouTube, Spotify,
Anchor.
Anchor, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and anywhere else you like to listen to the podcast. Like, share, subscribe. Check us out. We may be doing something later tonight. I don't know. Maybe not.
We should play some
but-
Melty.
Yeah, I mean, you know I'm down. You know I'm fucking down. Again, one last thank you and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.